Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That's right. It is Bart and Carlin with you. We just covered that. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm Chris Carlin. He's Bart Scott. He's got a sandwich. What kind of sandwich we got today?
Ham. I went whole hamburger. Not ham and cheese.
You're unbelievable. It's not even let me eat now. It's I'm going to bring the sandwich into the studio so I can eat now when we start the show.
You know, just at times the blood sugar just gets so low.
Oh, I know. It's so hard.
I be about to. Oh my God! You see Wemby dunk on this dude. This
okay, I can see it. The audience can't at the moment. At least not even the people on YouTube can see it. By the way,
shout out to whoever brought me these Sour Patch Kids. I ain't gonna say nothing to their watermelon, but it's okay. I'll take it. I appreciate the gesture.
You are able to watch the show now on YouTube, and I would
we back?
Certainly. Yeah, we are. Well, no. You can watch the show on YouTube. I don't know about the YouTube TV thing yet. Whether that situation got straightened out.
Don't you got a game this week?
Yeah. We got to get things ironed out here. Got a lot of college football.
You can come over my place.
I got a game myself at 2:30 on Saturday. So I got that thing double in my ear.
Got a game on Saturday?
Yeah, I always do.
Yeah. Who they playing this week?
Maryland.
Ooh. How's Maryland? Maryland had a moment.
They're 4-4.
Oh.
They're okay.
Is it just like how many?
They got a good young quarterback.
How many good teams are there? Because there's
a lot of good teams.
I'm trying to figure out in the Big Ten, which is the Big 20, just how much is of a disadvantage is it for some of these NIL teams? You know what I mean? Should y'all just form your own league?
I'll give you an example. Very quickly, I'll give you an example before we move on to the Jets. Illinois, who was in the top 25 at one point this year in the top 10, but fell out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Illinois, which you would think is a middle-of-the-pack type Big Ten team.
Yeah.
Had $17 million more than Rutgers does in NIL.
Damn.
$17 million on the roster now.
Man, come on, man.
It's
they got to hit up the D'Agostino guy, man. Extra cheese on their taco. Yo.
John D'Agostino's here today.
Yeah,
it was great to meet him. I love the voice. That's an amazing. Here's the best thing about John D'Agostino. You're going to remember that commercial. You're going to remember that all the time. That's awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
It's like the Quiznos commercial. And what's the auto parts store?
An auto parts store that's not advertising with us right now, so it's not that memorable.
But you know it though, right?
Yes, but
everybody knows it. Like it's
all right. They haven't spent any money yet.
Don't say it, but it sticks in your brain.
Yeah,
you know
they haven't spent any money yet.
It's got to be hard, also for like St. John's and schools like that, man. No.
Patino's got money now. He's got the vitamin water guy. They're fine. Don't cry for St. John's. You think Rick was taking this job without $40 million in the bank? Come on, let's not get nuts here. Anyway, let's start the show today with the Jets, and we will certainly spend plenty of time on the Knicks today as well, and on the Giants with Jackson Dart and Caleb Williams going at it this week. The Jets, yesterday, I thought was kind of bizarre, and what I mean by that is you have Aaron Glenn coming out and talking about having to trade guys away and how difficult that is.
To me, I always hit things head on. Obviously, when you have two guys like that end up leaving your team, you don't want to make too much of a deal about it because the players know that this is a league of change, and that's as far as it went. We won a game last week with Sauce not there. Listen, we know how good of a player he is. We know how good of a player Quinn is. But, man, we are moving forward. You know, we have a good amount of draft capital that we're looking forward to, and when that time comes, we'll handle that. But right now, again, we're focused on Cleveland.
Well, the thing about it is that I understand what he's trying to do. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to put this behind you as quickly as you can. And you do have to handle it head on with players. But at the same time, you find out that Quincy Williams is getting benched. And none of us, I don't think, really saw that coming. Now, Quincy obviously had to be pretty upset that Quinnen got traded, but he understands it's part of the business. But then you find out that you got benched afterward. So here is Quincy, some of him from yesterday, Did you think about that you'd be traded after being benched?
I don't know. I came in on Monday. It was a 2, so I ain't really understand what was going on. So I kind of had those thoughts also, but one of those things where I was like, damn, I kind of told the Jets I wanted to be a Jet for long term, so I ain't think trading was on there anyway, so ain't no telling.
Do you still feel that way? Do you still want to be a Jet long term?
Yeah. I want to play football. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm in the position right now I want to play football.
Look, Quincy understands what's going on here. He's 29 years old. He's a free agent at the end of the year. But, Bart, this is a guy that is a leader of this team. And when you have the GM one day say, we are going to try to win as many games as we can, the minutes after trading away 2 of your best players, and then the next day, Quincy Williams finds out he's being benched, how does a team react to this?
I mean, performances are up and down. Sometimes guys have bad games. I mean, he just came back from injury. He was out for a while. But he is the heart and soul of this team. Like, you talk about how Brownlee has brought, like, juice. He's a juice guy. He's a guy that plays with his hair on fire. And it's at times where we all can play better. But never would I think that a guy that's 29 years old, usually when they do that, it's because you lost a step or it's because you're missing a lot of tackles. And listen, I'm sure they tried to have film that backed it up, but it's still other circumstances that go with it. I don't know if I can bench somebody without giving them an opportunity and a chance to fix what they're doing. You know what I mean? To go to them and say, hey, man, listen, we need more out of you. We need better. Because if that's the case, at some point, Sherwood was playing horribly for the first 4 games. But they couldn't bench it because Quincy was hurt and they had a bunch of young linebackers. Sometimes, you know, these things can kind of divide and fracture a locker room. Because what happens is people start saying, oh, here they come with the old screw job. Or here they go with they got love for their people. Their people get the opportunity to do stuff and make mistakes. But because I wasn't their draft pick, here they go trying to screw me on my way out. Or here they go, like, trying to put their people in. And, you know, that's how it can be perceived at times, you know, when stuff like that happens.
And sometimes that's true.
Yeah, it is.
Now, the one thing I did read, and you can tell me whether I should buy into this or not, is that Quincy's talking about it, and he said, all right, well, what do I have to do then? Like, show me where the problems are. Exactly. And they did.
Okay.
They showed him some plays, and they showed him, hey, here's where the issues are. Here's where you have to get better.
But I'm sure he at the same time he can look at that film like, what he doing?
I'm sure he can.
What he doing?
Yeah.
It's like, what we talk? You telling me that these people are better players, football players than me? That's what we saying? So Robert Saleh and all those guys, they was crazy. Like, the respect I have around this league is crazy. It's unearned. Mm-hmm. Like, this league know who I am. All of a sudden, you don't? Like, so you telling me that these guys are better than – okay, all right, I got you. So, what, I'm going to play sparingly? So, like, when these guys get hurt or they start playing bad, you going to come look at me? Nah, man, you made that decision. You stay with it. Those your peoples? All right, cool. I'm going to make sure that I'm healthy. I'm not about to go out here and put it on the line. I'm going to make sure I'm healthy so when I hit free agency, I can hit free agency healthy. So, if that's your energy you got, keep it.
So when you have all of that being the case, and then you factor in, Brees is clearly not happy.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to get traded, and the Jets didn't give him away. And I don't blame them for not giving him away.
That's
we
correct.
both have talked about why they'd be better off keeping him long-term. Hopefully, if I were the Jets, I would start talking to Brees about like a 2 or 3 year deal right now.
Yeah, that's what you better do, because if he hit free agency, why would he stay here?
Yeah.
If I get free agency and it's other teams competing against the Jets, and I get to choose where I want to go and choose what kind of offense I want to be in, choose like what city I want to live in. This is my first time. Listen, it's very few times that you get the opportunity to be a free agent, meaning that you get to pick. You get in, you get drafted, you have no choice. And, you know, if Brees gets to free agency, I don't think there's any way in the world that he stays here. Why would he? Why wouldn't he go somewhere to play meaningful football unless you guys, you know, give him an offer he can't refuse, give him a great – because if he get there, somebody's going to offer the same, and the price may be more to stay in New York because you know you're in a rebuild mode. And, you know, I know all these guys came in. They wanted to be part of the reason why, you know, the team turned around and all that stuff. That stuff feels good, and it's cool. I'm sure Quinton felt that way as well until he got to year 7. And he was like, man, I got way more football behind me than I have in front of me. And, okay, get me up out of here because I don't see it changing anytime soon. Now, the young guys can be more optimistic. Like Garrett, he's only 3 years in. You know what I mean? Going his 4th year, he's 3 years in. You know, he got
time to ride it out.
Yeah, he got time to see, oh, man, all we need is this. maybe this becomes one of those that, like, because the 49ers was like that before Kyle Shanahan got there. They wasn't a good football team as they were transitioning, and now they found a window because they didn't find their quarterback, but they kept piecing quarterbacks and finding people in between, right? The Lions were like that. So it's teams and examples of that. But when you start doing this to, like, people that have been here and put in work and got sweat equity with the fans and with the locker room and the team, more sweat equity than you because they've been here and they've been playing through the tough times and playing at a high level, it's kind of hard to say, well, you're not playing up to the standard, so I'm benching you. It's one thing, bro, it's one thing to say, like, hey, you got to play better. I'm benching you? For who? Mikhail Walker? Winston? Who? Who's better than me?
Yeah.
Kobe King?
Well, I guess the other part for me is also when you have a player like that and you had the trade deadline passed, immediately the question is, why didn't you trade him?
My point.
Well,
you should have gave me away, brother.
But here's the thing. Like, all right, so what was one of the places that we talked about would have been a natural fit?
It was San Fran.
Right. San Francisco, from talking to some people this morning, didn't feel like it was a need because they were more locked in on getting a pass rusher after they lost Bosa earlier in the year.
Okay.
Now, they may have been in on Jermaine Johnson, but they weren't going to give up a super high pick for Jermaine Johnson.
Send me with my brother.
Yeah.
I mean, they needed a linebacker. Hell, we could have
I
been
would have
shake and
rather
bake.
had him than Logan Wilson.
Right. Logan Wilson's older. You could have gave me some shake and bake, baby.
Yeah.
We
so
could've
I
been
don't,
out there.
I'm not going to say there wasn't any market. I think there absolutely would have been a market, but at least one of the places that we thought was a natural fit, I can tell you, was they feel good at where they are at with linebacker.
So
and you know, Saleh loves Quincy.
So what the hell am I doing? What am I doing today if I'm Quincy? I'm going to come in here. You go, bro, got me down here running on kickoff, brother? That's what we do. I'm on the punt team, brother? Whoa. Okay. All right.
So how do you handle this for your Quincy? Because he said all the right things yesterday. This is it. Here's the crux of the point. This is going to get dark. I feel like in the coming weeks, this is really going to get dark. And while the other day was a really good day for the Jets, you are going to be riding out some storms here for the rest of the season. And it's not going to be an easy one to navigate when you consider all the personalities involved here.
It depends on how Brees handles his situation. Does he go in there like, man, my ankle hurt a little bit. I'm good. I'm not 100%, so I'm not going out there. Like, is he in self-preservation mode? Does Quincy start getting people in the locker room like, man, told you, it might be you next, brother. Like, they got rid of Quincy. They paid Sauce and got rid of him. Bro, you can't trust these people. Like, and like when you are with a regime, trust is the most important part, right? Because
I want to explore that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute. We all know it's a business. And we all understand on that side it's a business. So how do you develop
personal business?
Right. This is my question. How do you develop trust in somebody that you know ultimately is going to cut you or trade you?
Everybody's watching. Everybody's going to get cut or traded. It's all about when and how. And you could see those guys looking like, man, I don't know what to believe. I hear what he's saying, but clearly it feels like, hey, you want to get rid of all the Joe Douglas people. So, like, all the people that's your babies are the people that you brought in. So that's who you care about. You know what I mean? I'm sure Michael Carter knew early on, like, man, they don't really like me. Mm-hmm. Like, they looking at me like I got paid a high amount of money. They don't really like me. So then if I'm Quincy or I'm Brees, I'm like, am I going to go out and put it on the line for them? Am I going to shoot it up for them? Hell no. Like, you talking to your agent, like, hey, man, you got any injury? Like, what's going on, brother? What's up? Like, what? Like, right now, you got a half a season to go, and you're, like, talking to your agent, like, what's next? Like, what team like me? Here, start putting out fillers. Where can I go? Who likes me? And let's start discussing that.
All right, so where's the line for a player in being a good soldier?
I mean,
that's where you kind of lose them in situations like this, right?
I'll be a pro. But don't be coming around me like, hey, don't. First of all, don't even like.
Don't try to pump me up.
We don't even need to talk.
Yeah,
like, bro,
I'm here to
come
play.
and do my job.
Yeah,
like it turns to like something that you do with joy and stirring up and having fun. To like, I'm just clocking in, brother. Like, I'm just here to do my job. To like, Quincy, I'll just go to work and start knocking people the hell out. My bad.
Did we get that? Okay.
All right, perfecto.
Yeah.
I go to practice like, all right, I'm the look team. Let me show you what I do against your starting team. And I start night-nighting everybody until they tell me, oh, you're practicing too hard. Yeah. You said I got to play better, right? I got 10 tackles for loss in practice. Like, I would practice at a tempo and a speed that's like game speed when you don't practice at that speed and mess the entire practice up. I'd be out there, they're like, hey, man, you hitting too hard. Oh, no. I'm here to do my job. You want me to do my job? He better than me? Let's put his practice tape on my practice tape. And I make it, and then it's uncomfortable for him. He's like, bro, man, I'm up. And sometimes the guy in front of you know, bro, you ain't better than me. You know it. They know it. And the team know it. The players know it. And that's when it gets spicy. Because then that's when you start getting click ups. And it's no trust, it is no equity now with Glenn because he hasn't been here long enough.
Okay, when you say I'm here, but this is what I want to know. Because if we're going to talk about it getting dark here in the rest of the season, and guys,
no, I'm saying it could.
No, I agree. I think it will. I believe it will, and that's going to be part of the issue. When you do what you did the other day, there are repercussions for that, and you have to be prepared to weather that storm. And I'm sure that they knew that going in, that was going to be a problem.
Because you're messing with my money.
But okay, but here's what I want you to explain to people, because everybody's going to look at this like. They're gonna make the statement like, oh, I'm out here playing football. I'm getting paid to play football. Go play football. I get benched. Challenge me. All that crap. This is different than you going into work every day when something bad has happened at work, and maybe you get demoted, and now you start to mentally check out. This is not what that is. Please explain.
It's like the game has been rigged. Like so basically, in your eyes, there's nothing I can do, right? All of a sudden, I forgot how to play football. Before this season ranked, who ranked high? So all of a sudden, I'm not even good enough to play. Man, we 1-7. I ain't good enough to play for him.
Yeah.
All right, dude. All right, like bro, like that's.
So when a player says, my ankle's barking a little bit.
No, everybody's hurt. Like he just came back he missed 5 games because of his shoulder. Man, I ain't about to put my shoulder on the wrist to run down and bust the wedge. That's what I'm doing. Meanwhile, every day I don't start, every play I'm out on the field, you giving other teams reasons not to pay me a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So you say all of a sudden you think I can't play. Even if they know you can play, they're going to use that against you in negotiations.
Yeah.
So how many millions are you costing me too? Oh, hell no. Let's go to practice. Y'all want to practice? Let's go to practice. Because I ain't playing in the game, so I got plenty of energy. It's all right. And I tell my teammates, buckle up. Buckle up.
And at the same time, they'll understand.
Damn straight. Because it'll be you next time. Like if you got a high cap number, a decent number, it could be you. Man, look, they tried to replace me so many times, man. It was like 5 or 6 guys. It was like,
all right, well, fill me in. Give me a couple of, not just when, I remember when you got cut and Idzik tried to cut you and you're like, screw you.
No, even before that, it was like Josh Moaga. Like, there's like, oh, we're going to take you off of the, they'll take you off the, take me off like sub. Like, we'll put you in big sub. I'm like, what? Josh Moaga? Like, I think he was from same place Colin Kaepernick was from.
Nevada.
I said, what? They do it. What? Okay. All right. Me and Penn, we had some tough time. We were looking at Penn like, all right.
Well, Penton was too busy talking to Manish.
Yeah. I have you shining shoes in Pelican Bay. You know what I'm saying? I remember you was filming practice. Now you Mr. Tough Guy? Okay. I got you. You unloyal. I'm pinning cases on all you.
You already said it once.
You know what I'm saying? So it gets tough, man, because you become frenemies. And now like cut all. Listen, let's cut all the casual talk. We not friends. It's all good. And it's like, all right. Like I say, it's no problem. We all get demoted. We all get older. We all get fired eventually. but it's how you do it. And you'll have people and players, and we all have certain people that we're like, all right, I see how you acted when it wasn't the one in your benefit. But you was all kissing my butt and all this stuff when I was the man. But now while I'm down, you lost your level of respect. All right, don't worry, you'll be fired one day too, and I'll be there clapping. They'll be the first person that whatever insider, Jay Glazer, Graz, whoever called in, like, yeah, how was he as a yeah, he sucked. He was this, he was done. That's where you get all those like stories about
the anonymous stories about how bad he was and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You didn't really get much of that from the Jets yesterday on trading Sauce, which I was a little bit afraid that you might.
Yeah.
On the way out the door, but they didn't get much pushback because of what they got in return.
Yeah.
When you get 2 first-round picks.
And Sauce like, man, I'm 7-2.
Yeah.
And I still got my money?
Yeah. By the way, did you see the video of the kids the other day who were so upset when he got traded?
Yeah.
So the first thing he did, he made a video, signed 2 Colts jerseys, and sent them to those 2 kids.
Oh, that's dope.
That was a good job by Sauce.
Oh, that's great by his team.
Yeah.
Like, we trending.
Yeah.
Let's make him look even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, he traded such a good guy.
And those 2 kids become Colts fans.
Oh, damn. Future season ticket holders, man.
What I'm curious about is fans now for the rest of this season. How are you going to handle this? Are you going to check out on this? Are you going to expect them to actually play a little bit better? Because when I listened to the GM the other day, and I want to hear some more Aaron Glenn on this, I want to know exactly how they expect to go out and win games when you've got all these other subplots to the major trades that you made.
Chemistry.
This is not an easy thing to do. Here is Glenn on the message to the team after the trade.
To me, I always hit things head on. And obviously, when you have 2 guys like that end up leaving your team, you don't want to make too much of a deal about it because the players know that this is a league of change, just like I just talked about. And that's as far as it went. And listen, we won a game last week with Sauce not there, and listen, we know how good of a player he is. We know how good of a player Quinton is. But, man, we are moving forward. We have a good amount of draft capital that we're looking forward to. And when that time comes, we'll handle that. But right now, again, we're focused on Cleveland.
And here's the other one that I wanted to play, too. We heard that one earlier. This is him talking about his message to the fans.
Nothing different than I've been saying. Listen, I want this to be a team that the fans are proud of. But again, I never said that we're going to be proud of them right now. At some point, I want this to be a team that the fans are proud of. And I still stick with that. And I will still say that. This is a team that the fans will be proud of. And I'm not going to get into the patience and all that type of stuff.
Hold on. I hadn't heard this one before.
Not right now.
We're getting into semantics.
You should be
now.
ashamed right now. No, mess with you.
We're getting into semantics now. Yeah, I said I wanted it to be a team that the fans can be proud of, but I never said right now.
I never said when.
Never said right now.
But that's the thing.
Come on now.
That's New York,
Come
man.
on.
Only New York. They will forensically pick out. You better be on your tizzles.
Come on, man. I'll play the rest of it, but geez, I never said right now. Come on, Aaron, you
Nothing
better
different
not.
than I've been saying. Listen, I want this to be a team that the fans are proud of. But again, I never said that we're going to be proud of them right now. At some point, I want this to be a team that the fans are proud of, and I still stick with that. And I will still say that this is a team that the fans will be proud of. And I'm not going to get into the patience and all that type of crap that you always hear. But I will tell you this: our guys are working. We're going to continue to work. And again, I'm going to stand by that statement. I want this to be a team that the fans are proud of. So don't let go of the rope. You've heard me say that before, and just continue to watch his work.
Listen, the games are won with emotion and pride, and it's going to be important to see how the Jets come out this week. Because listen, they have a quick turnaround here. So like, if the morale is low, and I don't know, because maybe the trade was a good thing. You know what I mean? But the Quincy thing is what concern more than the trades, because people can understand the trade. Like, man, look what they got for him, right? And I'm sure Jermaine was like, man, if it wasn't them, it would have been me. And some of those guys, like Brees, like Jermaine, probably saying, I wish it was me, right, man? I would have loved to go play in Indy and do that. You know what I mean? Or I would have loved to go to Dallas. Dallas, oh man, all what that means and stuff like that. Because Dallas has not won anything, but they haven't been a joke. And they have a great quarterback. And, when you have a great quarterback, if I can chase anything back, if I can go back and do it all over again, I would have made who the starting quarterback was where I went one of my major decisions when you start thinking when you come into the end of your career, like what quarterback I want to. The only problem with that for me was I never wanted to go somewhere where my side of the ball sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never want to go somewhere like it was like, man, hope the defense can just hold on. Hey, Bart, man, can you guys keep them under 30 today? Like, man, I never wanted to be that, and I never wanted to play on a defense that was like, all right, we're going to bend, don't break. Like, hell no. We soft as hell. We out here catching. You know what I'm saying?
Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. Also over on YouTube where you should be watching the show. Up next, we'll get more perspective on this. Jason McCourty joins us in his weekly spot.
Forgot.
As you know. One thing we do want to relay, which is just a horrible story this morning. Marshawn Kneeland, who was a second-round pick of the Cowboys last year, a defensive lineman. You'll remember him from the other night.
Yeah.
It was actually a block punt that he recovered for a touchdown. Just 24 years old. The Cowboys announced this morning that he passed away last night. We don't have many details on it, but it's starting to, that story is out there this morning. But just horribly tragic to lose a kid at 24 years old. And we don't know any of the details. If we know any of them, we'll pass them along. But just an awful, awful thing to see this morning.
Prayers up to the Dallas Cowboys and their fan base, this young man's family. I mean, living his dream, performing well, and he was just getting started, man, gone way too soon. And it's been like that, man. Like we had Nick the other day. We had Doug Martin.
It's been a lot of it lately.
Life is so precious, and it just feels like it's particularly hitting the football family so hard, man. So hard right now, man. So that's why you got to enjoy every day. And, I know we talked about it at the beginning, but this does put it in perspective, for Quincy and all those guys as well. Like, man, you still get opportunity. And maybe it's tough right now, but you still have an opportunity. And we don't know the details of this. But, man, super tragic day, man. And it's got to be tough for those Cowboys to go to work today.
So in case you haven't heard, again, the news of the last half hour or so, Marshawn Kneeland of the Cowboys, 24-year-old defensive end, passed away last night. The Cowboys announced it just a little while ago, and we are certainly thinking of his family and friends in this very difficult time right now.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Busy morning. Looks like we have 3 accidents now on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, all going north and east on 278. First one by the Williamsburg Bridge, backups past the Battery Tunnel and the Gowanus. The other one's up by the LIE and the Kosciuszko Bridge. Right lane may be blocked there. And at Queens Boulevard, this crash since around 8:30 this morning. Tractor-trailer in a car, left lane up by Queens Boulevard, all northbound on the BQE. Cross Bronx finally cleared of an accident, 95 north, over by the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. And the delay out of New Jersey, coming in from New Jersey, well over an hour at the GWB. And the Cross Island Parkway northbound, an accident up by Northern Boulevard. Flight delays all around at Newark and LaGuardia, 60 minutes on departures at Newark, 30 minutes at LaGuardia. And don't forget those 10% flight cuts because of the staffing issues. That's starting tomorrow. Check with your airline and make sure your reservation is still honored. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, bro. Weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light. the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
That free. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee. Included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Go GZ. Go GZ. Have a seat, GZ. It's all good, man.
We can have whatever you have to talk about on the air.
Let's show them how the sausage is made. Pause.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Also over on YouTube, on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Listen, don't forget about this, all right? This is a unique opportunity for you that you need to take advantage of. ESPN New York is giving you the chance to experience UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden on November 15th. One grand prize winner and a guest is going to score tickets to the ESPN New York suite hosted by Peter Rosenberg. He's doing that completely free. He wanted me to make sure that all of you knew Peter is not being paid to be there that night. So any rumors that you might have heard to the opposite, that is not true. Peter volunteered his time. He is not getting a dime to show up there. He merely wants to bond with the audience. That's what this is about.
But don't ask too much for pictures and stuff because that comes with a nominal price.
Well, those are $10 and autograph 20. Enjoy the energy of the Garden, the comfort of a private suite, and world-class UFC action with one of New York's biggest sports personalities doting on your every single need. Whatever it is. You need a Diet Coke? Peter's there for you. You need a hot dog that has a specific kind of mustard that they don't have in the suite?
Glizzy?
Peter's going across the street to CVS to pick it up for you.
Need
You
that
like
Grey
yellow
Poupon.
and all they got is spicy brown?
Ooh.
He's going to make it happen for you. Don't worry about it. He's got it. You want a specific kind of, beer? You want a specific kind of alcohol? Peter will go out to the liquor store and pick it up for you if you need be. And by the way, it'll be on him. You don't even have to pay for it.
Then you got to DoorDash it?
So, to enter, go to the contest tile on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry. It is brought to you by Bud Light, proud to be the official beer sponsor of UFC. Peter will bring cases of Bud Light to you in your seats. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. All right, let's get some calls in at 800-919-3776 after we have Jason McCourty on, who's on with us right now. How did I forget that he was on with us right now?
Jay Jizzle.
Yeah,
We've been waiting all week for this, man. We need your perspective because we know you've witnessed this in Tennessee when you have guys that fall out of favor. But, do you think like what's happening with Quincy Williams? Let me fill you in. He's been benched. We all know that he's one of the best linebackers in the league. New system, and it seems like, they saying that his play isn't up to snuff enough that they benched him. Have you ever, been a part of something like this? And if not, from your perspective, have you witnessed somebody seemingly getting the old screw job because they're from an old regime and they know that their time is walking the green mile?
Yeah, I think you see it every year. I mean, Logan Wilson was just traded from the Cincinnati Bengals. He was a longtime starter for them at the linebacker position. I think part of it is, you just said it, new regime comes in, you draft guys, you sign guys, you want to get those players on the field. I think also another part of it is that you're a part of a team that isn't trying to win this season too. So I think some of that comes into play where when you are evaluating talent and you are trying to play and build your team for the future, part of that is getting an opportunity to see some of the young guys that get a chance to go out there and perform, or guys that you just haven't evaluated. So I think when you're a part of a team and you're a part of an organization that's going through what the Jets are going through, where we just watched them at the trade deadline trade away two of the best players on their football team, you're building for the future. And sometimes guys become collateral damage as a part of that opportunities for other people. So, I mean, it sucks to be a part of that and to have to go through that. But that's why, Bart, you always say, like, when you get a chance to go out there, the eye in the sky never lies. You better put your best foot forward no matter what situation you're in, how bad your team is, how terrible your coach may be in the meeting room all throughout the course of the week, because everybody is only looking at your play on the field.
Have you ever – how can you sell winning if that's the case, right? You're trying to sell to the team that go out there and we're trying to win and all this stuff, and you're putting one of your best players or the emotional leader of your team. And have you ever seen this fracture a locker room where other guys like, man, could be next, and I'm only going out there if I'm 100%.
Well, to your point, like, how do you sell winning? You can't. I mean, you can get up there in front of the room and pretend and say what the goal is. I think coaches still go out there and you're trying to put a plan together to win the football game. But amongst the guys in the locker room, you're no longer playing for one another and saying that we're going out there just to dominate for my guy next to me so we can go win a football game and end the week 1-0, all of the cliche stuff that you hear people say. It becomes, I am trying to play because I like living in the state of New Jersey and my kids go to an elementary school and my wife is happy and I don't want to move. So I got to go out there and put some good stuff on film to make sure that I'm here next year when things start to flip or change. So I think that becomes the biggest thing. Or you're out there playing that, hell, there's 31 other teams and I better make sure throughout the course of the second half of the season, I'm proving that I'm worthy to be on somebody's 53-man roster. So it no longer becomes about winning. You trade away two of your best players on the trade deadline for a future. How can I be a part of this future? Or if I don't want to be a part of it, I can make sure I'm a part of somebody else's future.
Jason McCourty with us, ESPN NFL analyst. What did you think of the trades overall?
It's one of those things where I think the trade, if you're a Jets fan, you're hopeful because within a draft pick is an unknown that could be a beautiful lottery ticket where you get a bunch of money, but at the same time, you can go turn that lottery ticket in and it's not worth anything. But there's some hope. You can have your fingers crossed and you can say, hey, the next thing you know, we have all these first-round draft picks and we're building for the future. The hard part is, like, Sauce Gardner is a really good cornerback in this league. You're hoping that when you get a first-round draft pick, you draft a corner that you can pay a lot of money to that can become an all-pro. Quinn Williams is a really good interior defensive tackle in this game. They're hoping to get a draft pick to get a guy of that caliber. So I think that's the hard part where you like the fact that they're building for the future. But then the other part of it, like if those draft picks don't hit, and hell, if you don't find a quarterback, like this same regime targeted Justin Fields and said he's the guy to come in. If they don't feel like he's the guy for the future, who is? Because we saw Sam Darnold, we saw Zach Wilson, we've seen quarterback after quarterback. None of those draft picks matter unless they hit on a quarterback for the future. I think for Quinn Williams, for Sauce Gardner, I mean, it's awesome. For Sauce, you're on a team that they brought you in because they believe they can make a deep playoff run. And for Quinn Williams, you're going to be relevant. That's for damn sure with the Dallas Cowboys.
Have you ever been traded like during the season? Because I think people don't understand. Like Sauce's whole life just went to Indianapolis, and Quinn's went all the way to Dallas, and he hasn't had time to take care of his business back at home. Have you ever had to deal with that?
No, I ended up signing with another team in free agency. That was in March, but I've been a part of it and seeing guys go through it. And to your point, Bart, like that trade happens on a Tuesday. For those guys, you're probably on a plane Wednesday and you're heading to whatever city you're in, or you're heading there Tuesday night. And there's somebody else, a girlfriend, a wife, a significant other, mom, dad, somebody that's going to your house, packing up stuff and shipping it. Now you have to go find an apartment. You're going to be in a hotel. It's a complete 180. And for like Quinn, you're on a bye week, so you're trying to get to Dallas as soon as possible to start learning the playbook to be able to go out there and help play. For Sauce, you're getting there. You're going in early.
Germany.
You're staying late at the facility. You're staying late. Yes, they're playing the Falcons.
Yep.
So you're staying late. You're trying to get there. You passport. There's so much stuff going on, and you still got to learn the playbook. You still have to shake the hands of your new teammates and understand that those are going to be the guys you're communicating with on Sunday from now on. So it's a complete whirlwind. Those guys probably will have no recollection over the next few days when you look at it by the end of the season of everything that transpired.
Jason McCourty is with us. Let's just address this for a second. You've known me probably 15 years or so, at least reasonably well.
Yep.
You're aware that I'm an idiot, correct? This is true. You are. You know. It's all right. You can say it. I'm reading a commercial before, and I completely blanked that you were on hold, and you're sitting there as I'm dopey reading it for 3 minutes.
What kind of
anyway, I'm apologizing. I'm a moron.
What type of?
But Carlin, at least I know that Peter's not being paid to be there, so he's just doing that on his own time.
Well, that's a good point.
He's just
that's
excited
good.
to meet everybody.
Well, hopefully by the end of the day, you won't think I'm as much of an idiot, but you'll find out what that means. But anyway, listen, I apologize for that. I'm just a dope, as everybody knows. So my bad.
We didn't have any. We don't have elevator music. You actually have to listen to the show. Damn,
no, there was no elevator music. We are elevator music.
No elevator music.
Hey, on Jackson Dart, I feel like we probably have talked about this, but it continues to be a theme. Jason, how do they get this kid to stop taking hits? Because he was initiating contact last week.
So one thing I've heard multiple head coaches say about like the young quarterbacks that love to scramble to have playmaking ability is they're not going to start sliding and protecting themselves until they wake up on Monday and remember the hits that took place on Sunday. And I think some of that is part of it. I had a conversation this past week about Jaden Daniels, where you're hoping that this injury that he's going through, the fact that it's on his non-throwing arm, the fact that it doesn't affect his lower body and his legs, so he'll still have his creativity and his ability to make plays in the scramble game or the quarterback run game. But hoping this injury teaches him that your availability is the most important thing, and you start to learn how to protect yourself going forward. Because I don't know that there's any whether it's Brian Dable in New York with the Giants, whether it's Mike Vrabel in New England with Drake May, whether it's Dan Quinn. All of these coaches are saying to their quarterbacks, you got to protect yourself. We need you in the game. There's nothing else that you can say to these guys. It's something that I feel like you have to go through the experience of it, and hopefully it doesn't take missing time for them to realize how important they are to the franchise and to the entire team.
Listen, awesome stuff. You got anything else? You got something else, Bart?
I just wanted to ask you, like, what team do you think is primed for a run, whether it's a team that made a move or a team that didn't make a move? Who's your halfway quarter pole?
Yeah, I think the two teams that made the moves, I think that's what's exciting right now around the deadline. We already talked about the Indianapolis Colts. I feel like the offense is rolling. They had a bad week against Pittsburgh, but getting a guy like Sauce Gardner, to me, changes that defense and what Lou Anarumo wants to do. And I think that's the AFC. On the NFC side, the Seattle Seahawks, they went and got Rashid Shaheed, a guy that can be a difference maker down the field. And that already is a team to me, when you watch Seattle, one of the best teams in the NFC with how they play defense and how their front four get after the quarterback. So to me, those two teams on both sides of the AFC and NFC that you walked away from that deadline, you're like, oh, damn, like they really believe in Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. Not like, all right, we brought these guys here and we think they can start. But
take
it's
that,
to
New
the
York.
point where, like, nah, we feel like these two guys have a potential to be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the season. So to me, that was a huge deal because it wasn't the Chiefs going out and making a move. We know Mahomes can do it. It wasn't Lamar or Josh or one of the. It was the team that represents Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold.
J-Mac, great stuff as usual. I'll try to be less of an idiot next week, but no promises, as you know.
I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, right. Jason McCourty, ESPN NFL analyst, also calling the games on CBS on Sundays. I'm just reading the spot because I think it's the thing I'm supposed to do, and I just looked down. Oh, yeah, let's take some calls. Oh, yeah, no, Jason's on the phone, Chunky. Let's go.
Way to go, Captain Kirk.
Yeah. Oh, God. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree, they're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement, plus a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Looking at a master plan. Because ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands, so I dip it in my pocket and my money is spent. I dip deeper, and I just cannot
believe sometimes how much of a moron I am. Just the fact that I was sitting there, let me read this. I even promoted the fact that Jason was coming on the next segment, and let's take some calls. No, moron.
Chris, next play, man.
Chris,
next play.
Bart, sometimes it sits and it festers, okay? Here's the thing. I especially feel bad because I love Jason. And like I said, he did something very nice for me last week with my niece where they had her in the booth. I just sent a thank you that I hope arrives by the end of the day today. Then maybe you won't think I'm such an idiot.
But listen, like he said, he's known you for 15 years.
Exactly. He knows I'm an idiot.
He gets it. It's all good.
He has seen me at some of these charity events trying to muddle my way through emceeing these things. Oh, my God. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Marvin in Patchogue is up on ESPN New York. Marvin, what's up, brother?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Prayers and condolences to the Kneeland and Cowboy family to start off there. Very sad and tragic.
No, it's terrible news.
And even the Mango family.
Yep.
But I just want to say thank goodness for Jason McCourty for coming on and just setting the record straight. New York, don't fall for the rage bait. I don't know what's going on with Carlin and Bart this morning. The Jets are trying to kill that narrative of the same old Jets, and they're doing what they have. When the Jets was 0-6, New York was in an uproar. Mm-hmm. So they hear the fans. Yesterday, Carlin was speaking about the ticket prices. They're doing something.
What are they doing? No. Whoa. Back up, Cowboy. What are they doing in relation to the ticket prices?
I'm saying how you were upset about the prices, and they're putting out a poor product.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do something, but we're killing them. Let's support them.
Nobody's killing them. No. We all thought that, listen, it was necessary. It needs to be done. I'm talking about the Quincy situation. I'm talking about how I'm telling you how it can potentially fracture part of your locker room. We've all been a part of it. New coaching regimes. When I got here, remember how many people Rex cut? He got rid of Kerry Rose. He got rid of Abe Elam. He got rid of a bunch of Keon Coleman. He got rid of a lot of players. So I've been on both sides of it. I'm just telling you that some of the people that's there, it could fracture because they know that maybe he's been benched and it's not about football. Because how do you let one of the better linebackers in this league? We agree that Quincy's one of the better linebackers in this team, right? Or in this league, let alone for this team.
Right.
So if it looks like, okay, we're not trying to win, I'm just talking about for this year. If we're not trying to win and we also are demoting players that we know are our best players, we're not putting our best people out there, then why would I go out there and get hurt or play injured or go take a Toradol shot or go play banged up if I know that we're not trying to win, because if I go out there and I get hurt, the odds are I may not even be here next year. So now I've hurt my value, because if I'm getting benched and it's not about injury, the people are going to say, well, you got benched and you did this. These were your statistics. You're slowing down. You got hurt. You're 29 years old. You're about to turn 30. So now you mess with people's money. I'm just telling you from his perspective, because I've been there. I'm not saying the team is wrong.
My question is to you. Willie Colon shared a great story about Mangold, how when he came to the Jets, how Mangold kind of built a relationship with him. Am I correct?
Yeah. I mean, they see each other every day, and in practice, they're in the same room all the time. So literally, they're around each other all day. So, yes.
But Willie said he came in with this, like a chip on his shoulder, more or less. If I read it correctly. If I
correct.
heard him correctly.
I was there when he said that. Yeah, he came in with a chip on his shoulder because he had been known as the injured guy.
Right. So now someone took him under. I guess this is the question. Does the Jets, do they have someone like a Mangold on the team? Was Williams, he got benched.
Yeah, Quinnen was one of those guys.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Quinnen was one of those guys.
Yeah. Quinnen was one of those guys.
You not only took one of your best players out, you also took a leader, and he was like the OG because he was like 1 or 2 years older than most of them because he had been in the league 7 years.
Two things can be true. The Jets are doing the right thing for the organization, but they're making the product right now a lot worse, and when you keep charging more for it, that's a problem.
Well,
that's my issue there.
I mean, he just told you that. He said, listen, I told you I have a team y'all be proud of. I didn't say when you would be proud of. I didn't tell you when you was going to be proud of.
I mean, come on.
That's classic. That's going to be clip.
I didn't say when.
Aha. You thought I meant today, tomorrow?
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement, plus a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
A 680 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Snoop Dogg. Chris Dog.
Can't ever get this thing
It's all good.
headphones right.
I got it for you. How about we go to the call?
All right. I mean, I could set it up a little bit more nicely and florally than that. You're listening to Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app. And also, by the way, you can watch on YouTube. 800-919-3776 is our phone number. Could be a part of the show. Also, the comments on the YouTube page. I would advise that you go there and be a part of the show.
That was way nicer.
See, it's just a nice setup. It's an exchanging of pleasantries between us and the listener. That's all it is. Let's go to the calls. Here's Vinny.
Talk to the peanut gallery.
Here's Vinny in Staten Island. Vincenz, what's up, brother? How are you?
What's going on, boys?
You're not going to try to sell me on anything today, are you, Vinny?
I'm not selling you on nothing. I just love what Aaron Glenn's doing.
Okay, go.
Quincy Carter, you ain't Lawrence Taylor. Okay, nobody's above the law here. He's laying down the gauntlet. I wasn't in favor of Aaron Glenn, but I like what he's doing. Okay, he's laying down the gauntlet. And Carlin, you said they're putting out a bad product. How do you know that? They just won a game. You don't know they're putting out a bad product. They're going to go on a 3-game winning streak. You don't know that.
That's true, but that doesn't mean that they haven't put out a good product so far.
Vinny, you're right. Vinny, you're right. You're right. I don't know that they're not going to win every last game the rest of the way this year and make the playoffs. I don't know that. They could finish 10-7.
Throw something out there?
Go.
Throw something out there about
Please throw it away. I think you've already tossed some crap out there already. So go ahead. Why not?
Oh, come on. All right. I think Brock Purdy might be available.
For 206.
Gets hurt a lot.
Right. Why would you want? Right. We don't know if he can play outside of that.
He just got $260 million and he gets hurt a lot. That screams Jets.
Vinny, they can't trade him after giving him $260 million. You know what that cap hit would be? You think Russell Wilson, $85 million, you know what that cap hit would be?
Go get Jacoby Brissett. He's playing his ass off out there.
He might be the starter.
Yeah, he's better than Kyler Murray. Your choice, Bart.
He's not better than Kyler. He's better for the system and throwing it, but he's not a better player.
No, Kyler's a good player. Kyler's a really good player. The problem is he's not on the field, and that's why I wouldn't go and get him.
Right.
It has nothing to do with how he plays. It has nothing to do with a couple of years ago, the whole you need to study tape thing, and that's part of your contract, and you're playing too many video games. All that stuff has been washed away. Now it's more about the fact the only reason that we're here, by the way, is that Murray got hurt again, and Brissett's playing well. If Brissett hadn't played well, this wouldn't be a discussion. Murray would still be their guy. What they are thinking about right now is how do we reset if this is going to continue to be the issue?
Yeah.
He gets hurt for us all the time. We're paying him. Can we hit the reset button?
And I don't know if the coach particularly likes him.
I don't think the coach dislikes him.
I don't think
I've done a few of their games the last couple of years. I never got that impressed.
I don't think he's in love with him because they said even if he was healthy.
Because he's not out there.
They said even if he was there, like if he was healthy, that they would rather go with Brissett right now.
Okay, so let's talk about – I don't want to go too deep on this, but it's just in relation to the Jets.
Exactly.
Okay, with Murray. If you want to point to something and criticize Murray over it. And I've heard this a lot over the last day or two. People are saying now, why is it all of a sudden Marvin Harrison is good again with Jacoby Brissett? I can tell you that I would honestly look at this and say, Brissett, while he's making more of a conscious effort to get Harrison the ball, Harrison was not playing well early this season.
At all. Body language was bad.
Body language
lazy,
is bad.
Like
drops
off the ball. Yeah.
He had a drop at San Francisco that was a sure 50-yard gain.
Yeah.
Wide open.
One of the wrong routes.
Harrison has not been playing well. I think part of it is coincidental that he is figuring it out at the moment, and Brissett just happens to be playing. I would not tie those two things together.
Yeah, he had a lot to, because we've been talking about the disconnect between him and Kyler Murray. He wasn't running the right routes. He wasn't catching the ball. He had the yips like Brian Thomas had the yips for a while too, in Jacksonville. And sometimes this just happens with players. I felt like he was feeling sorry for himself and he was sulking. And, Jacoby Brissett, they breathed life in it. Because remember, he caught the ball, the double catch in the end zone and stuff like that, where when he was having the problems, he had a horrible game in the first half, and he caught the touchdown pass, and they kept going back to him. But Kyler Murray, I think you get to the point where you're trying to say, is it time for us to pivot and move on? Because I think maybe in that system, maybe it's a better style of play for that type of system. So I think it's more of that than anything.
Javi in Queens is up next on ESPN New York, listening on the ESPN New York app. Javi, what's up, baby?
What's up, fellas? Good morning. Shout out to the animals in the chat. I'm in YouTube. That's my exclusive these days. So listen, before I get into the Jets, Bart, with the Halloween of it all and the candy thing, one of the things I love about this show is when we educate Carlin on the finer things of life, like from the hood.
Yeah.
So when it came to the Butterfinger, Bart, why didn't you educate Carlin on the hood's Butterfinger? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Whatchamacallits?
No.
Fifth Avenue?
The Chico stick.
Fifth Avenue. Oh, Chico stick. I love the Chico stick, man.
I don't know the Chico stick.
What?
Are they Choco
I
sticks?
know you don't.
What is Chico sticks?
I don't even know what it is, but it's going to get stuck in your teeth. That's the stuff that's in between Butterfinger. All they did was took the Butterfinger and put chocolate on it. They put the Chico stick, and it comes in like a little spear. And you got the jumbo ones. You ever eat the jumbo ones where they break in half?
I'm looking at this now.
Yeah, brother. It's like a mix between peanut brittle.
So it's basically a Butterfinger without chocolate. Is that right?
Exactly.
It's just amazing,
It's the Hood's Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chico stick, the Hood's Butterfinger. So that's one of the things about this show I love. I love, educating Carlin.
Listen.
They still sell them, brother. Like, you want me to go order you some Chico sticks? They sell them at the old school candy places.
I love I don't know what the whatchamacallit, you think that's like.
No, I mean like the Fifth Avenue. Whatever has that, it has that same inside like that.
Yeah, Fifth Avenue does, but the whatchamacallit.
I mean the whatchamacallit.
No. I'm all right, because whatchamacallit's peanut butter and Rice Krispies, and I think a little bit of caramel underneath the chocolate. It's excellent. It's a chocolate covered Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
With peanut butter.
You know what's crazy, Javi? You know what's crazy, Javi? I went to Hershey. I went to Hershey Park, and I never go there, but my son wanted to go there, so I took him there, and they have paydays that they put chocolate over the payday. Like, you can go there and they got chocolate covered paydays. Because I always thought paydays
Isn't that a Baby
incomplete.
Ruth? Like, isn't it?
No.
No?
It's like chocolate covered paydays. You only get them in Hershey Park, and they come so they sell them in a container.
Ooh.
Like, you can take like a pack of 20 with you. I'm like, man, I bought it, man. It was amazing.
I've never gone to Hershey Park because, an addict ain't going. He's going right into the den.
It's calling me.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't want to die, Kay.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Bart. So listen, with the Jets, right? So here's my take on it. The Jets seem to win the deadline. The Jets seem to win on draft day. The Jets do not win on game day. So that's the big hurdle that we got to get over. I just want the Jets to make the playoffs. Like, all that talk about trying to go to the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, I want it to be missed with that. I just want to see one playoff game. That's it. And I think that they are on a path to get there. My issue is, even on a day where they make universally good trades, right? Nobody is complaining about the compensation they got for the two players. Why in the world do you hold on to Quincy Williams just to bench him and not get something for him? He was wanted around the league. Like, go get a 4th or 5th round pick for this guy.
Why? That's the thing, though. I don't know where he was wanted around the league. So, like, I checked in on a place this morning that I thought might have interest in him just based on Saleh. But San Francisco, it's not that they don't love him or like him as a player, but I think that they felt like they were good at the position.
Did they call Atlanta?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Oprah down there.
The one I don't get is the one that you pointed out earlier. If you're the Cowboys and you go get Logan Wilson, why wouldn't you get Quincy Williams?
Who's older,
instead?
he's a liability in pass coverage. Now you got a great blitzer. If you're there, you got a great blitzer. You got an energy guy, and he's playing behind his brother, so it's like the yin and the yang right there. I don't know why they didn't do that. But, you could have got rid of him. I know he doesn't make a hell of a lot of money, but I just don't understand that, especially if you told him he was being benched on Monday. That's a whole day before the trade deadline. And I wonder if Quincy and his team reached out and said, well, if you're going to bench me, just let me get out of here. He believed that he was going to finish because, the Jets are the team that rescued his career. He was a forgotten man in Jacksonville. Came here, and now he became respected, got a good contract. And 29 years old, you hope that he would have the opportunity to be able to maybe get that payday. And sometimes age doesn't matter in certain instances. And I think Quincy's age shouldn't matter at 29 because he's not a beaten down, broken down 29. He's a guy that's one of the fastest players in the league. So even if he starts to slow down, he's still going to be faster than most linebackers in the league. He's like a 4.4 40, right? So, that doesn't go away with age.
Jeff in Connecticut is next on ESPN New York. Jeff.
Hey, Chris and Bart. How you guys doing?
Excellent. Yourself?
I got a couple of points. I want you to know I'm a Jets fan long enough to wear a Matt Snell jersey on Sundays. And this Sauce Gardner trade was one of the better trades the Jets have done. This is a guy who came into the league. He's soft on the run. Had 3 interceptions in 3.5 years. He bails out too many quarterbacks on 3rd and long with stupid holding calls. And not to mention his ridiculous $120 million contract. Good riddance. I think DJ Reed was a better cornerback than he was when he was with the Jets. I like the
DJ.
2 draft choices. My second point is, Bart, when Caleb Williams was coming out and Justin Fields was on the Chicago Bears, I kind of remember you saying the Jets should trade for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
So AG and all these guys are taking a flyer on Justin Fields. I think you agreed with that.
Yeah, of course. Everybody would agree with it. It was better than the alternative, right? Everything was better than the alternative. But then he got here, and you thought that he would have growth. We thought that maybe he can become Geno Smith, or maybe he just needed to change the scenery. We thought that when he went to Pittsburgh, he'll be coached up by Arthur Smith, right? And it just hasn't clicked. And we keep waiting for it to click, but maybe it just won't click like it didn't click for Mitch Trubisky. Maybe it's not going to click like it didn't click for some of these other guys that came out. It doesn't. Everybody is not a Baker Mayfield, Matt Jones, Daniel Jones type of story. For some guys, they end up like the chosen Rosen. You know what I mean? They end up in it, and it just never happens. And you realize that that where they were at in college, they were playing against not good players. They were on loaded teams, and their systems weren't sophisticated enough to be able to survive in the NFL.
I'm just jotting down a list right now of words that I think and phrases that I think when talking about the Jets in particular, but really anything in relation to NFL in the show, that we should ban. And some of them, for one of them, flexibility. We have flexibility now. I want to ban flexibility because I don't care about flexibility. Patience. Patience is a freaking 4-letter word around here. Can we enough with patience? And then
it goes for all New York sports.
That's very true. And then in there, we also heard take a flyer. Enough with take a flyer when it comes to the quarterback.
How about leave the flyer? No, I'm good. Thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, I think we've taken enough flyers.
We take flyers.
Think about that. What do you do when you take a flyer? You literally grab a flyer from someone, you look at it, and you say, I'm not doing this, right. And then you throw it away.
Right. We grab flyers like
that's
Chris
what a flyer is.
Samples from Costco's.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get a nice sample from Costco. Exactly.
You want to buy it? No, I don't want to buy it. Thank you.
You're going to give me a coupon for a new water pick? That's nice. I'm good. I'm good. Let me toss it aside. So let's take a flyer now. Like, if you say that phrase, from now on, you're banned. We just cut you right off. Joe Leo, any other phrases? Bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
Bridge. I want to ban that. Any other words that you're sick of hearing that in relation to all this with the Jets? This is a patience one. I can't get rid of future, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
Because we're always talking about the future. Hope
won the draft.
What?
Yeah. Won free agency.
Hope won the draft. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
I want to get rid of arm talent.
Okay. Yep.
Leader of men.
Yes.
Patton was a leader of men. Okay. That's not bad. Leader of men.
Those all tell me you have no real analysis of somebody.
Exactly. If you are in the chat right now.
Heady player.
Coach
on the field.
If you are in the chat right now at the ESPN New York YouTube page, I want the words and phrases that need to be banned. Generational talent. That coming in from Dan, the Jets fan. Generational talent. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we ain't had one of those.
That's fair. That's true. We're actually kind of still looking for it.
Have we had a generational
maybe
talent?
let's not ban that one quite yet.
Let's have one and then say we overuse it.
Let's hit John in Manhattan next on ESPN New York. John, what's going on? How are you?
Good, guys. How are you?
Good.
I'm just big Jet fan, but just thinking about the Jets' past. Obviously, they've drafted some questionable guys, but I think the one that sticks out to me the most is you have Sam Darnold, and you could have taken Jamar Chase, and we draft Zach Wilson.
Ooh.
But even before that, Darnold was a rookie. They had Teddy Two Gloves, and they trade him away, start Darnold, ruin him. So I'm curious what you think they're going to do or what they should do, whether you draft down this year if someone really wants a quarterback and save up for 27.
Listen, I will say that the good part about this is you now have choices. If you don't believe in any of the guys this year as the primary guy, you don't have to take him this year. That's what I think is great news, because that means to me, over a 2-year period, again, more lottery tickets. Yes, they're lottery tickets, but more of them you have, the better your odds are going to be in this instance.
But that means we still have to find a rich quarterback.
How about an in-between quarterback as opposed to a bridge? A banning bridge.
Because if we're going to push the quarterback decision to 2027, we can't have Justin Fields. Like, are you going to honor his 2-year contract?
Yeah.
I don't know if the fans could deal with that, man.
All right,
they can deal like 2 good games and 5. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is unwatchable.
This is. I don't know how I didn't put this at the top of the list. Change the culture.
Culture.
Yeah. Just culture altogether, out the window.
Culture in every place.
Here are the other things that have come in so far in the chat over on the ESPN New York YouTube page. MB213 wants to ban same old Jets. All right. That's positive.
Yeah, that one hurts.
I don't know. Players coach. That's from Hot Pocket Pete.
Hot Pocket.
Full Bloom Love from John Perez. A Gettleman recall. 5-tool player. He's got all the intangibles. Pick his guys. William Garcia, shutdown corner. Well, he's gone anyway. Can make all the throws. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Carlin needs to ban supersize me from his vocabulary.
Yo, they need to bring that back, man. They need to bring back big gulps. And, like, who was that? Bloomberg? That guy.
They don't really supersize things anymore, do they?
There's no such thing.
Did they get rid of it after that movie?
Yup.
So the guy who had the supersize every day for a month.
And almost died?
I never watched that.
But the thing,
he didn't almost die.
Yes, organ started shutting down.
Did they? I don't think it was that bad.
His organ started shutting down. Carlin.
I need to go look into that.
His organ started shutting down.
Okay. All right. Just because he had McDonald's, what do you have, it twice a day for a month?
Every day. Like, I think 3 times.
I don't know if it was for breakfast every morning.
Did McDonald's stopped serving salads, right?
Yeah, I think it was he had McDonald's for every meal for a month.
Every meal for a month.
In a month.
And he had to supersize it if they asked.
Yeah,
if they asked.
Right, if they asked, he had to say yes.
Yes.
And then his organs almost shut down. And
again, I don't see what the problem is.
It's crazy. Didn't they stop? They don't serve salads at McDonald's no more, right? You only can go to Wendy's to get a salad.
I don't know if they have salad on the menu.
They've got lettuce in the snack wrap.
Iceberg.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Let's see here. Great week of practice. That's another good one. Physical specimen.
What about flat? I hate that. Oh, we were flat.
We were flat?
I hate that. I hate when people use that as an excuse, like, oh, we came out flat. I hate that.
Great locker room guy? No, I think that still matters.
Lunch pail?
Ooh.
Lunch pail? That's not bad. Quarterback whisperer?
Yeah.
There's a few of these that are coming in. You guys are delivering in that chat, as usual. Great job. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. I really wonder what the ceiling is now, and I know it's kind of silly to ask this question, but when you look at the rest of this season, how many games do you expect them to realistically win? Like, it is about, I mean, is it about getting the number one pick?
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Even if you don't think there's a quarterback to be had?
They can directly affect it, yeah, because you can move back for somebody who doesn't have future first-round draft picks, and you can move from first to third and still get your guy and get another first-round draft pick for next year.
All right, but as I look at tankathon.com, this is in case you don't know this website, it is basically keeping track of all the worst teams in the league and who would have the top picks as a result of their records. The Jets right now are 1-7. They're third, but it's only because they're 1-7, and New Orleans and Tennessee are 1-8. If the Jets were 1-8, they would have the worst pick. They would have the first pick in the draft because their strength of schedule is the weakest among that group.
Oh, okay, because strength of schedule. Okay.
Right. Well, but I mean that would be the difference in three teams that were 1-8.
Well, the Jets
had their bye.
Yeah, but their degree of difficulty is going because they still got. Well, by the time they play the Ravens,
if you have a worse schedule or if you have a worse result, worse record with an easier schedule, that puts you further up top.
Oh, so I mean you lost to scrubs.
Yes. That means you're even worse.
Because you lost to scrubs.
Exactly.
So, like, the crazy thing is the Jets can directly affect it. They got Cleveland and they got New Orleans on their schedule. So those type of losses, tiebreakers.
And they got Miami again, too.
Put them where they need to be.
Don't forget about Miami. But here's the other problem, though, Bart. If we're trying to win games and instill a culture and all that stuff, what are you doing here for the rest of the year when you're benching Quincy Williams and you've made this trade, the two trades, and you're trying to get it across to players that you want to play hard, but it's clear this is not the priority right now.
Yeah.
How do you exactly manage that with players? I don't know.
That's the magic trick. I don't know how you get that done either, because you're telling us we're trying to do one thing, but your actions is telling you that we're trying to do something else.
If you are to guess right now, how many games total did the Jets win this season?
4. I think they'll surprise somebody take them lightly, and they'll win one. And I think they should be able to beat Cleveland.
They got Cleveland this week,
and they got the Saints later. They
got the Saints in December.
Yeah. It's the Saints game here.
Saints game is in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
It's just quickly. I will run it down quickly. We're not playing the schedule game, but I will run it down quickly. Cleveland, at New England, at Baltimore, Atlanta. I can see them beating Atlanta.
Yeah, right. And then that stopped us from having a number one pick.
Miami at home, at Jacksonville, at New Orleans, New England, and then at Buffalo. And that game in Week 18 for Buffalo may mean nothing. But it's in Buffalo.
Everything's going to make sense for Buffalo. One, Dawkins alone, his hatred for Michael Clemens is going to make them play. I never seen somebody hate somebody personally like this.
Especially that level of player.
Yes.
Like, it's one thing when Runyon and Strahan hated each other, but it's Deion Dawkins and Michael Clemens.
It's like unlikely hate.
Deion Dawkins is a really good player. Michael Clemens? Come on. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
How he survived a trade deadline?
I think it's more like, how did he survive not getting cut by now? That's the bigger question.
See, the interesting part is what receivers are going to get cut?
I'm sure they'll be paying attention.
You got to make room.
Yeah.
Like, you just brought in.
Lazard's going to get cut, you would think, right?
You just brought 3 receivers. Lazard, I wonder if he talking to A-Rod already.
I'm sure.
I'm ready.
Great. Can't wait for that. In moments, you will hear from Mike Brown and Kat and why things maybe aren't quite as much on the same page as the head coach would like to believe they are. That's next on ESPN New York.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance. (467-369).
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command. I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Nichts schuldig.
Order! Nuremberg opens only in theaters everywhere November 7th.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, as we do every day, 11:30 at his audio files.
The audio file.
Nice and snug. Tight.
Snug fit.
All right, let's get to it. Last night, the Knicks, as we know, rolled again. Haven't lost at home. Excellent to see. But the more interesting sound to me comes before the game. Now, this was something we spent a little bit of time on the other day, but we didn't play the sound from it. And the guys yesterday in the afternoon did. This was Cat and Mike Brown earlier this week. This was after the win over the Wizards the other night. Here was Mike Brown. After Cat, you'll remember, had 32 and 13 in that game.
Cat was a monster. He was a monster on the glass. He was really good defensively. He was a monster inside, outside. He's starting to find his rhythm in what we're trying to do. There's still a lot of room there to grow, not just for him, but for us to learn him, starting with me, and us to continue learning the different points or parts of what we're trying to do offensively. He's a monster.
Okay, so he's starting to fit into it. He's starting to get it. He's starting to understand all of that from the coach, right? Cat, after the game that night, asked, have you figured some things out?
I mean, we're all figuring it out. So getting better every day and understanding what our roles are and what we got to do. So it's good. We got 2 wins in a row, but we're obviously still a work in progress.
On his potential in Mike Brown's offense?
Honestly, I don't know. But we figuring it out. I said, but honestly, I just don't know. It's just different. It's different. So we still figuring it out.
That was a couple of weeks ago.
I just wish he can get more specific. I need to figure out what's so different about it. What I know he wants it to touch the paint, and I'm not sophisticated enough in basketball jargon to be able to understand what exactly he's saying. I can watch basketball and I can see certain elementary stuff, but this is next level stuff. I'm trying to figure out what's the difference in this offense versus what he was doing last year that pretty much made him a MVP candidate early in the season.
I have no idea. Is it simply the pace and getting up and down the floor? And you got to make sure that you're getting up and down the floor to get the ball?
I mean, because it's not a lot of isolation. It's not a lot of pick and roll.
No.
I don't see a lot of pin down. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research. I'm going to have to go do some homework.
Here's my other thought. You watched them last night.
Yeah.
You see that, OG is clearly enjoying himself. These other guys are clearly enjoying playing in this offense. And Cat's the only one who's really not happy about it.
Because Cat's the only one that's not a wing. Like big dudes don't want to play fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Run. Slow it down. Give me the ball in the post.
But they need Cat in order to be a team that goes to the NBA Finals.
Right, because ultimately they know robes go through Jokic, Giannis. You need big guys. You know what I mean? I was there with Craig yesterday, and I said, look at your center go. Look at your future center go. He got so damn mad.
The boss, Craig Karmazin, who's one of the owners of the Bucks.
Yeah. He got look at your center. It's going to be great when y'all trade for him.
How'd that go over?
Not so well.
Not so well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is this pair's watching. Even after the good games, we're still in a point where.
Right. And that's the thing. After a good game, it's not nothing positive to say we're getting it together, man. I'm starting to understand. We starting to get a rhythm. We starting to learn each other. It's I don't know, man. And I'm hoping that this really doesn't weigh him down, the whole Giannis stuff. and he thinks he has to play. I mean, he played a lot more aggressive the last 2 games. You know what I mean? He was using his size, big man stuff, taking it inside. He wasn't just settling for outside shots. Yesterday he was dominant. And, I think sometimes when you have too many players that's on the same skill level where you talk about him, I think OG thinks that he's a all-star caliber player just like Cat. I think Bridges believes that as well. Josh Hart's the only one that kind of accepts who he is and relishes in his role, no matter if it's the dirty work or it's the other work. I just get concerned that at some point they're going to fight over who's getting the credit. And that's always tough because the ball is always going to go through Brunson.
Yeah.
And Cat's the only one that can't get the offense started for itself. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he'll bring the ball up, but like guys like Hart, guys like Bridges, guys like OG, they can just get the ball and bring it up and do what they feel like doing. He's more codependent than anybody. And honestly, the center in most instances is not the star of your team.
No.
Like so
not in the game now.
They're like dinosaurs.
Not unless you have Jokic.
Right.
I mean, look at what's going on with Embiid in Philly. That thing's falling apart now. Embiid's,
right.
a problem, but still.
But also codependent too. You got to slow the pace down. That's not just how the game is played. I don't want to say that we're starting to see the death of like the big man, but the game is transitioning. So you can't just be a big man. You have to be Wemby, who basically is a damn 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
Even though he's 7'12",
yep,
he's a 2.
Because he does it all. All right, little football. Jackson Dart, are you worried about getting injured? He was asked about this yesterday.
I never want to come out of the game. If I'm up or down, I played in my bowl game last year, and we were up by like 30 points. And, I'm telling the coach, like, there's no way I'm coming out. I'll stay on the field even if you try to sub me out. So, I think just as competitors, you're not going to be an easy out in those situations, and you feel like you can get back in the game because if you've paid attention to the NFL, you can look at our Broncos game, you could watch the Bears and Cincinnati game. Even with what looks like a little time left, you're always still kind of in the game. So, how I see it is you play it through 0-0.
I got to get through this kid. And it's listen, I get you never want to come out of the game. Bart, I don't want to predict he's going to get hurt, but I am predicting he is going to get hurt, and that is going to ruin the development of him for the rest of this season.
Like, brother, if you get hurt, you leaving me out there with Russell Wilson. Like, that's how valuable you are, right? Everything comes to a halt. You are the most important person on the team, not because you're the best player on the team. It's because you have the ball in your hands every single play. Every time a play starts on offense, it starts with you and your decision-making. And part of your decision process is, I can't go out here and get hurt because my teammates depend on me. They're counting on me for the next play and the next play, the next quarter, the next game, the next half. So you have to you see Dak is smarter. Like, Dak can grind out that, but it's no long-term. It's no long-term future in that.
Hockey. Little hockey from last night.
Ooh.
Alex Ovechkin scored his 900th goal.
Did he catch Gordie Howe yet?
I think Gordie Howe is in the rearview mirror by now, right?
Last season, he passed Wayne Gretzky.
He passed
Gretzky.
Ahead of Gordie Howe.
Well, Gordie did it with gout, polio, and the Great Depression.
And in Detroit.
He had no pregame meals for a whole season.
He said depression. That comes with Detroit.
Hey. We coming back, baby.
Did he pass Gordie Howe yet? No, he's still trying to catch up to Yzerman.
But you know what's crazy? When you look at how long his greatness has been, and when you define a generation, most people would say this was Sidney Crosby's era. But he's kind of been so good for so long that he's actually, I think people would say, I guess you would say, who career would you rather have? It's still Sidney Crosby because they won more cups. But man, he's doing something historic, man.
He really is.
And to see his face and it's different, like Tom Brady when they do all his season pictures.
Yep.
To see how he go from gray to face get fat, then it's skinny. It's it's amazing to watch, man. We're truly watching. Who's that? Lemieux that played for till he's 75. It feel like it was another version. No, Yager. Yeah, Yager. Hold up, man. How old is this dude?
Is Yager still playing in Russia?
He playing in Russia somewhere.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
His body ain't broke down yet.
Yager's gonna be playing in a beer league. Let's be honest.
Yager must have had that Ivan Drago regimen.
Here's Ovechkin after the game. How it feels to get number 900.
Yeah.
think a couple of days ago, somebody asked me about, did you think about that? It's huge number. No one ever did it in NHL history, and the first player ever do it. It's a special moment. So, it's nice. It's over, and it's nice to get it in the homestand at home, so the fans, the family can be here, and it's pretty cool.
So here's the best part.
Yeah.
The goalie who gives up the 900th goal, Jordan Bennington for the Blues, okay, takes the puck, puts it in the back of his pants.
Oh! Authenticate.
As nobody's really looking.
Authenticate.
Like a couple minutes later, ref comes over. Where's the puck?
Hit
the puck.
What puck?
He kind of half skates away. He's kind of like reaching into his back pocket. And, here it is. I found it.
It was stuck in my glove.
You know what? I don't blame him. If I have to be the guy that's going to give up the 900th goal, I'm at least going to get paid for it.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's different in baseball.
Now the answer of a trivia question.
Yeah, it's different because in baseball, the ball's gone and the fans get it. No, you scored on me, bro. You going to pay me for this. Yeah. And but if you did that, I wonder if like people would let people score so they can get cashed out. You know what I'm saying? like, oh, you want 500? I need 500. 500,000. How important is this to you and your family?
Bart Carlin making money next. Joe Fortenbaugh on ESPN New York.
Join one of the nation's top sports betting analysts, Joe Wiz, as he breaks down all the big games in football and basketball. Saturday at 8 a.m. on the Fine Line. Number 2 Indiana travels to Happy Valley to take on Penn State. Plus, LSU takes on Alabama. The Garden will be rocking for college basketball when St. John's takes on Alabama. And in the NFL, it's the Ravens at the Vikings, and Pittsburgh travels to L.A. to take on the Chargers. Follow the Wiz on Instagram at Joe Wiz Sports. It's the best bet in town. The Fine Line with the Wiz, Saturday at 8 a.m. Be ready to win.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
I like to catch up with my friend Joe Fortenbaugh, but I don't like to waste his time. He's a very big time management guy, so I sent him a text the other day, and it said the following: I'm not sure therapy is working. I would lay off betting the over on Rutgers this week. He is with us right now. ESPN Bet, of course. Well, is it still going to be ESPN Bet? Let's talk about that, first of all. Your take on the deal. Now, apparently ESPN Bet and Penn Sportsbook are splitting up as of December 1st, and now ESPN Bet or ESPN and DraftKings have a major deal come together. So how does that affect the future of one Joe Fortenbaugh? Let's talk about job security. Go.
Great question, and I appreciate you guys asking because no one has texted me or called me or reached out to discuss this today. Walking through the halls, I've been able to just go about my business uninterrupted because, as you know, there's nothing Joe Fortenbaugh likes more than answering questions for people that he kind of knows in some roundabout way. And that's all it's been today. Hey, how does this affect your life? How does this affect it? Here's what's happening. One sportsbook that we work with, we're no longer working with. As a result, there's a new sportsbook we're working with. End of story. We still produce the show. We still gamble our faces off. We still do radio hits like this, unpaid, free of charge, because we love the people. But it's pretty much all the same thing. Like DraftKings is going to step in, and we're going to be working with them. There's a lot of upside there. There are a lot of things I would love to get into that I think we'll probably be able to do in a few weeks. And we'll discuss all that around December 1st. But show goes on, baby. Joe Fortenbaugh is still on your TV. He's still wearing a three-piece suit. He's still mixing up with Bart Scott on Friday.
I love it. The show. Yeah. So you are now the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. The show goes on.
Yeah, the show goes on. I sent that out this morning. Here's the other part, though. This is a fun little part for me. I probably shouldn't even say this on radio, but whatever, I'll say it. Our show was originally called Daily Wager. And then when we moved to the relationship with Penn, we changed the name to ESPN Bet Live because we were going to have the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. There was really only one guy who raised his hand and was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. You're mixing a lot of things together. It could get confusing. That person who raised his hand may or may not have been me. Now today, there are lots of conversations about whether or not we keep the name because we no longer have the sportsbook called ESPN Bet. And that gentleman who raised his hand a couple of years ago about this may or may not want to walk up and down the halls shoving it in everyone's face, but he knows better than to do that, so he's just doing radio hits in New York City instead.
So I will send out the group email with this clip later on today to make sure anybody who did miss it, make sure they catch it.
You know,
Yeah, this will be the thing in like 2 hours. I'll look on Twitter and I'll see I have like 2,000 mentions, and I'll go, that's a bit higher than normal. And it'll be, of all the things we discussed here, we clipped off me running my mouth about the name of a sports book from 2 years ago in a meeting.
Because I'm your boy, and I always try and figure out how it affects my friends. So, much like Blue Magic, right, for Frank Lucas, DraftKings is a brand name. You know what I'm saying? I stand by it, like General Mills or Pepsi or anything else. So I hope this helps the cheese on a taco is basically what I'm coming down to it.
I think when they had the discussions, they actually used that analogy of Frank Lucas and Blue Magic. Did they not?
To be clear, of all the analogies you could have used, you went with heroin. Heroin was the choice.
Well, gambling is just addictive.
Oh, great.
That's an interesting sidebar.
Yes.
Interesting sidebar right there. I got a feeling. Look, I have used DraftKings for a very long time. Whether I was involved in the business of working with sports books or not. It is an easy website to use. I like the interface. I like the markets. I like the offerings. When you tell me that change is going to happen, normally I get upset because it's like, how many headaches? The amount of meetings I've been called into today over this where everyone goes, okay, what questions do you have? You know what questions I have? None. Your boy's just going about his business. But everyone wants to have a meeting anyway. And it's like, I don't need any meetings. This company, I know them. I'm familiar with them. I like them. That answers all my questions. So cheese on the taco, yes. Blue Magic, not so sure.
All right, let's get to tonight. Speaking of extra cheese on the taco, Joe Fortenbaugh with us. He, of course, on ESPN Bet Live and on, of course, First Take and Get Up tomorrow as well. Broncos, Raiders tonight. Raiders, 8.5-point dogs. What do we got in Denver?
We're conflicted here. We're conflicted because on one side, this is a notoriously brutal spot for the team in the place of the Raiders right now. What I mean by that, teams coming off overtime games and then having to play on the road Thursday night are like 15% against the spread over the last 20 years. And Bart can probably speak to this, but this is an insane thing to ask an NFL player midway through the season. Hey, we know you're banged up. We know you're working hard. We know this is tough. We're going to go OT and add extra reps to you. And then 4 days later, we want to travel to Denver to play at altitude against the Broncos. Like, that's a really, really difficult spot. Having said that, we definitely saw Raider money at 9.5. You got a relatively low total, 42.5. Side note on that, I do like the under in this game. But there is a case to be made that given the conservative nature of the Broncos offense, specifically on third down, the ability to get up in this game and then maybe throttle back late, the loss of Surtain on defense, there are some thoughts here that the Raiders could keep this close. I can't get myself to that point. I have not bet the side. I do like the under. I think this is a classic throwback Thursday night messy football game without a lot of action. But if you want some player props, and I may or may not have talked to someone about this a few weeks ago, I might look to Ashton Genty in the passing game. Maybe we look over 2.5 receptions. Maybe we look over 18.5 receiving yards. If you've noticed, big man, they're getting him involved in the passing game a little bit more. And with Jacoby Myers being traded, there are going to be some targets that open up. So you got that pass rush in your face. You got to get the ball out quickly. I'd look to Genty. I'd also look to Trey Tucker tonight in his overs. With Myers gone, his target share should go up. First touchdown for Trey Tucker's like 20-1. I might take a shot on that.
I like it. Joe Fortenbaugh with us. College this weekend, Oregon, Iowa. I don't know what to make of this. Oregon, 6.5-point favorite, but the over-under is just 40.5. What do we got here?
Potential weather concerns. This one's wild because the guys I talked to in Vegas, they are lined up and they are set in stone on this. Half of them love Iowa. The other half love Oregon. It is wild to see. If you haven't been paying attention, Iowa's offense has come alive this year.
Yeah.
This is not the same Iowa team we remember from years past. They can move the ball. And what do we think about Oregon? Because remember, when they went to Penn State and won that game, everyone loved them. Well, it turns out Penn State stinks. Like, you're not going to get that much credit for that win anymore. So can you go to Iowa City and find a way to cover 6.5 in a game where the total is line 40.5? I might be looking to Iowa there, but I have not gotten to the window yet. I got guys I respect on both sides of this thing. I'll give you the trap game of the week. It's Duke. They just took out Clemson. They control their destiny in the ACC. They got a massive showdown with Virginia next week. Wedged in between is a non-conference game against UConn where you're laying 9.5. Pros are lining up on that one. We're taking UConn. A little bit of money on LSU plus 9.5 against Alabama. Bama's been a freight train at home. Most people are checking out on LSU because they fired Brian Kelly. I think that's a good thing. Seems like everyone in Louisiana hated Brian Kelly. That might improve the culture, so I'd be willing to bet them. I like Texas Tech over BYU. BYU's had a nice run this season, but I think that comes to a close. I think you could back Auburn now that they got rid of Hugh Freeze. I also think you could take the points with Mississippi State over Georgia. It's 9.5. Mississippi State 8-1 against the spread this year, better than the market realizes.
Excellent. Anything else that we need to look for on Sunday, the Fortenbaugh special, if you will?
Baltimore in the first half at Minnesota. You're laying less than a field goal. Lamar Jackson's numbers in the first half of his career are absolutely insane. No one in history has covered the first half spread like he has. If it's against an NFC opponent, if it's on the road, you can't find me a scenario where he's not incredible first half. We bet that. The Giants are taking sharp money. Yes, the Giants. The beloved New York Giants at 4.5 against the Bears. Bears are way too dependent on turnovers to win games. They are going to be able to run the ball in this matchup, but the Giants plus 4.5, it's too many points. Washington plus 8.5. Big boy, you and I talked about this one earlier. Be careful laying it with Detroit. They're not the same team. Over 49.5 Niners Rams. Over 48.5 Patriots Bucks. And I like the Cardinals against the Seahawks. They're better with Brissett. And Bart, you could speak to this, but the Cardinals play cover 3 in an effort to limit the big passing plays, which is exactly what Seattle wants to do. Yeah. Go back to that Thursday night game a few weeks ago. Jackson Smith-Njigba, one of the best receivers in the game, didn't get his first catch until midway through the third quarter. Jonathan Gannon knows how to slow down that offense. We'll take the 6.5 with Arizona.
Ooh, but if you put Njigba in the slot, you can go 2 verts, and 2 verts beats 1 deep.
I wasn't prepared for a follow-up there. I just had my thoughts and I was done.
Little tip. Next time, don't say, Bart, maybe you can speak to this better than me.
Yeah, next time I just want the show to open with, hey, what do you like? I'll go for 10 minutes and then I'll hang up.
Exactly. It's pretty much what they tell me to do every day. Get out there, Chunky, and do your thing. We'll talk soon, brother.
Love you, boys. Have a great show today.
See you tomorrow.
Joe Fortenbaugh, free of charge, everybody. Free of charge today, right here, giving you the winners that you need, courtesy of ESPN Bet, and soon to be a new partnership with DraftKings. If you haven't heard that news today, that's coming as of December 1st. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. High noon on the way.
To be clear, of all the analogies you could have used, you went with heroin.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Listen up, football fans. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just 1 day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That it is Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. It is noon on Thursday. That means something, but you'll find out what in a moment because it always means this.
It's the power hour. Power hour.
Was it you who told me that I think you left your
No.
Okay. I thought that was like Instagram or something. It was still talking.
That was a dong.
Anyway, what was I going to say? The other day, was it you who told me that everybody in the building loves it because that means it's lunchtime?
Exactly. I'm like, yo. You said that day. Yes, sir. Would you like to order tickets for next hour? See you later. Been real.
I gotta go.
Call you later.
See ya. It also means high noon on Thursday. Hit it.
It's high noon.
That is our high-level production to indicate everything I just told you with some old Western music. High noon means simply this. It's 3 topics that we disagree on, and we go right at it.
My name's Sam Chisholm, duly elected.
Again, now I got to go find it. Where is that?
My name is Sam Chisholm. I'm a duly sworn warrant officer of the Circuit Court in Wichita, Kansas.
There you go. You happy?
I love it.
Let's do this.
Round 1, fight! The Jets will finish the season with 4 wins.
True or false, Bart Scott?
True. And the last one will be against the Buffalo Bills that will screw them out of the quarterback that they want. That's just what it's been around here for years. Listen, I think they can beat Cleveland. Let's see if they have an initial rush or push. Thursday night games are always interesting, but I think this can be a year in which we beat the Patriots once last year. I think we finally did that. And they're right back to the dominant team, best record in the division, and they see us as dog food. So that's going to be tough. But we should be able to get Cleveland. We should be able to get the Saints and then find somebody that's sleeping on us later in the season.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't think they're going to get to 4 wins. I think we're talking about 2 or 3. Primary reason being is this. Everything that happened the other day, the true massive trades, the message that sends, the fact that they then turn around and bench the guy who is the heart of the defense in Quincy Williams, the fact that Breece Hall is still here and clearly wanted to be traded, even though I think it's a good thing for the long term if you can start to make Breece happy and maybe work out a contract now with him over a 2 or 3 year period. I think this is going to be a massively steep hill for Aaron Glenn to climb when it comes to motivation for these guys. Bart has talked about this. It has the potential to fracture a group when somebody like Quincy Williams gets benched. I think the Jets are full on in the tank, and I don't think this is going to be one of those deals where they screw it up either. I know that sounds nuts to say, but they're not going to go, and beat the Rams like they did a few years ago out of nowhere.
And didn't that stop them from getting Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, it did. Was it Trevor Lawrence? Yeah, it was Trevor Lawrence in 21.
Well, we might be able to get him anyway.
Yeah, just not when you wanted him. All right, let's get to the next one.
Round
Story of my life.
Fight. Will Karl Anthony Towns end the season on the Knicks?
I think I want to go no bueno. I think that's where I'm going, right?
Whatever you feel like, Cowboy.
I think that eventually, you know what? I don't know. But this is a tough one, man. I tell you what.
Do you want me to tell you what you said this morning?
Yeah, what I said this morning.
You said yes.
Okay. So he'll end up on the team because just the package for Giannis will be way too much.
That was in our pre-show meeting.
I think the price and the asking price would be too much.
It went something like this. Bart, do you think that Karl Anthony Towns will end the season on the Knicks? Yes, I do.
Because what can you give him? You're going to give him Bridges and Cat and OG. I don't know if you have enough for what Giannis is. And Giannis is doing a good enough job now winning early on. And I think Giannis is such a loyal person that he's going to hold it out unless they trade his brothers with him. You know what I mean? He's the only dude I ever known outside of Jonathan Ogden that got his brothers jobs for multiple years that didn't even deserve to be in the NBA.
I'm saying no. I don't know what it is, but just the way that this is playing out early and the lack of buy-in that's there from Cat, or at least the lack of convinced buy-in, because everybody else seems to be enjoying themselves except him, and he's putting up numbers. Is he still upset about Tibbs? Did he try to go to war for Tibbs and he couldn't win? What do you think?
I want to know who fired Tibbs. Was it? I think it was Bridges.
Yeah. I mean, I think Dolan wanted to get rid of him and made it look good by talking to players. That's what I think happened. But either way, however it is, I could see this escalating some more. I really could. And it would be unfortunate because it's how the Knicks are going to get to the finals this year if they do. But I don't even think it's the Giannis thing. That's what you hope happens, that Giannis wants to get out sooner rather than later, but didn't sound like that. I think there's a chance that one way or another, Cat's not here at the end of the year. Good chance. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Round 3, fight. Would you clone your favorite pet?
Now, if you haven't seen this story, listen.
You love your dog. That's just like your children.
I loved my dog, and I am still crushed. We lost her 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And we're talking about getting another one, but it's
definitely a yes for you.
No, it is not. No, it is not. I don't know if you saw the story.
Listen, I miss my dog Mater. Now, his son, he's getting up there. Not so much.
Tom Brady's dog Junie is a clone of his late dog Lua. Lua passed away in December of 23. He welcomed another similar-looking dog, Junie. Nearly 2 years later, Brady revealed that Junie is a clone of the late pit bull mix.
How do you clone? Like do they impregnate? Are they making it like an egg, like the Matrix, or are they impregnating another dog?
I think all of it's involved. I don't know the science of it, shockingly, but this is what Brady said. I love my animals. They mean the world to me and my family. A few years ago, I worked with Colossal, which is a company, and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology.
Non-invasive?
Yeah. Through a simple blood draw of our family's elderly dog before she passed. She gave my family a second chance with a clone of our beloved dog.
Is he going to give himself? Is he going to clone it? Would you clone yourself?
Well, let's call this what it is, right? This is Brady
Showing us how
eventually
rich he is.
going to clone himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He going to come back and play and go through high school football all over again. It's non-Brady. It's going to be the real live action of like the show that Eli got. You know what I mean? It's just going to be the same player going to come in and wreck the league. And then he's going to clone himself again. I'm never cloning no damn animal. I've seen too many episodes of Steven Spielberg's Pet Sematary. Ain't nothing about to come back to life, and it's like a demented version from an alternate universe. I'm too used to watching Spider-Man and all the metaverse and the X-verse and all that multiverse, all that stuff. Ain't no dog about to come bite my Adam's apple while I'm asleep, thinking it's old roughy, scruffy.
What did he say, Stephen who?
Stephen King. Stephen
Spielberg,
King. My
yeah.
bad.
Oh, you said Steven Spielberg.
Stephen King. My bad. Steven Spielberg is Jurassic Park, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Still same thing.
Stephen King, really, really creepy guy, man.
Yeah. I know normally we disagree here. That's some freaky crap, man.
Yeah.
I ain't going anywhere near that. We
Rub
are
him.
not cloning. I love my dog. My dog Snoozer was awesome. I loved her to death. There's no way I am bringing back a clone of my dog. That's not happening. Like, I wouldn't want to do that for so many emotional and just scary reasons that you're bringing up. Like, at what point are we just letting the clones take over then?
Yeah.
Because that's happening eventually.
Well, if they do that, I need to go a clone.
By the way,
I'm going to work the hell out of them. I ain't going to do nothing.
Listen.
Make me a clone slave.
Brady is the greatest, and I know a lot of people don't like him on TV. I do. I would say, with all the work he's had done, he looks a little bit like a clone. So I'm not sure if that's the real Tom Brady or that's the clone with the work.
Yeah, you don't start looking like that. Your skin ain't that damn tight for no avocado ice cream. Yeah, you got your muffin peel back.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. Want to remind our friends that Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 p.m. tonight, the Devils host the Canadians at the Prudential Center. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. I want to go back to some sound that we played in audio files earlier, and it was from Jackson Dart, and we have spent entirely too much time talking about whether or not he's going to get hurt. But this is what bothers me. I've talked all week about initiating contact, and the message just does not seem to be getting through about Jackson Dart avoiding contact, let alone initiating it. Here he is, asked about being worried about getting injured.
I never want to come out of the game. If I'm up or down, I played in my bowl game last year and we're up by like 30 points. And, I'm telling the coach, there's no way I'm coming out. I'll stay on the field even if you try to sub me out. So, I think just as competitors, you're not going to be an easy out in those situations. And you feel like you can get back in the game because if you've paid attention to the NFL, you can look at our Broncos game, you can watch the Bears and Cincinnati game. Even with what looks like a little time left, you're always still kind of in the game. So, how I see it is you play it through 0-0.
Listen, I understand the competitor aspect of it. I understand wanting to always be out there on the field. And when he says, the coach is going to try to call me out of the game, I'm not leaving the field. Okay, we get it.
Right.
All right? Tough guy, we got it.
No, I want to play and go down with my team.
This is just being
young and dumb.
Exactly. And, frankly, a little on the arrogant side.
Yeah.
Because what it tells you is that Jackson Dart does not understand yet that it's about winning, not about winning with him. It's about winning his way.
Yeah.
We know you're a great player. We've seen that already. And they need you in the worst way. And when you continue to do things that put you in the worst position possible to potentially get hurt again, when you are running out of bounds and you lean in with the shoulder, when you take unnecessary hits, and even put yourself in position when you're going to slide to get hit because you do it so late, you are just asking for it. And to me, that's selfish. You might want to make all the plays, Bart. I get it. You might want to fire up your teammates, but they need you on the field. That's the most important thing above all else. It's not worth the extra 2 yards.
The reason why, the Giants were successful, because every Sunday they knew Eli was going to be there. The reason why your Steelers were always successful, no matter if this dude spleen, hit by a car, fall off a motorcycle, they knew Ben Roethlisberger was going to be there. And when you go to Indianapolis only for 1 year, Peyton Manning was always there and available. That's how we build a winner around you consistently. You have to understand how important you are. Was Tom Brady and Peyton Manning not the ultimate competitor and tough guy because when you came close to them, they just fell down? Yeah, they fell down because they knew this sack is insignificant to our team and our success. What's significant is if I come up here and I take one of these ear hole shots trying to fight and stay up in the pocket and look down the barrel and all that type of stuff, and knew eventually they win. Eventually they're going to get to me, then now I can't be there to help my team. So he needs to understand that he needs to learn how to take care of himself because it's not about how tough you are, right? It's a lot of tough guys that were tough that start getting the injury bug and teams start losing, right? Lamar Jackson had to do the same thing. For a guy that puts himself at risk so much because he runs the ball, he does a great job in making sure that he limits the damage that can be done to him by getting down.
I want to hear a little more on this. Got a little Brian Dable on the same topic. Are you worried about Dart getting injured?
We'll just keep developing Jackson. Jackson's a competitor. We'll do the things we think we need to do. You never want anybody to get hurt. Opportunity every time you step on the field to do that. So some of it is scrambling. A couple runs that we had on the outside, but we'll just keep working with him and do what we think we need to do.
How hard is it to just say
I hate
we need to be a little bit more cautious with what we're doing?
I tell you what, you can tell that Dave talked because they used the same words, competitor. So that means that they're discussing it or they talked about it. Either Jackson was like, I don't care what you're talking about, this how I play, I'll be fine. And Dayball feels like I can't really say nothing to him because he's a star and my job is hanging on. Does he like me or not?
So that's what I want to know.
The same stuff.
That's what I want to know. That brings us to the bigger topic here. Is Dable just going to do and go along with whatever the kid's doing? Because he is desperately trying to make the kid like him and help him keep his job to come back.
Yep.
Is that what's going on?
It could be. He don't want to rock the boat because somebody has to hold this dude accountable. Like, hey, man, listen, we're going to teach you how to slide. We're going to take some of these runs away from you, these design runs, because you're going to get yourself killed, kid. Listen, this is only year one. All it takes is one. And sometimes you have no choice because it's the difference between winning and losing the game is online at stake. I don't need you doing this on 1st and 10, man. Just take the damn L, and we'll live to fight another day. You don't have to fight for I know what Al Pacino said. On this field, we fight for that inch. We scrawl with our fingernail. But, bro, that's not reality. We don't have a version of Shark here. You know what I mean? You good.
And we don't have Willie Beeman backing you up.
Exactly.
Because remember, Dennis Quaid got knocked out of that game and his career was over.
And guess what? You Dennis Quaid. So come on.
They need you in the worst way. We got a couple of people chiming in here. Scott saying we're Jackson Dart haters. No, that's dumb. We love watching him play. You just have to be smarter. Desi, I feel like a defensive player is going to want to take him out.
I would make you heard Cooper from the Broncos. Now he didn't get to him, but you putting this pressure on you every week. You're already flashy, so people are already hating. They don't like that you're getting attention on a team that's only won 2 games. You know what I mean? Power New York. You're already going to have this envy anyway. Why give them something to hit at?
Dable going to let him do what he's been doing. That's see money. And then, it's just one thing that Dart has to be smarter about. And I get it. There is, it's another word I want to ban from the show. There is a swagger about him. I hate swagger. I hate that word.
People in the club got swagger like us.
God, I hate that word. But the point is, there's an arrogance to the way he plays. That's not a bad thing, but when it gets in the way of being smart, it is a bad thing. Bart Carlin, 800-919-3776. Over on the YouTube page, you can watch and comment as well. And as you see, we'll get your comments in, so by all means do that on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Here's Robert in Brooklyn on ESPN New York. He's been patient. Robert, what's going on?
Yes, how you guys doing? Love your show.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm originally from Brooklyn, but my parents are from the South, so I have a brother who lives in Cleveland. When you guys was talking about what the Shedeur situation from yesterday, all right, let me give you some educational background. Kevin Stefanski, agent, the Oregon Ducks coach, has the same agent. Oregon Ducks coach hates Deion Sanders. Dylan Gabriel played at Oregon. You guys have to put all of this together to see why Shedeur is not playing. Not because of talent, not because of this, it's not because of that. Like Bart was saying, it's more politics than anything. That's why Shedeur is not playing in Cleveland. Only reason why they got him in Cleveland is because the owner wanted Shedeur there for the attention. You just look at YouTube. Shedeur is all over YouTube more than any NFL player since the beginning of this season. Every time you click, 50 different pages, everybody Shedeur, because hitting all the likes. But that's the reason why he's not playing in Cleveland, because of that.
Yeah, I mean, he makes more than damn near every quarterback. I mean, he makes $14 million this year just on endorsements. NIL
exactly, and he just signed a big $30 million deal with Nike. So it's a lot to it. Like I'm saying, more than just he doesn't have the talent.
See, this is the thing.
There's a dislike.
Yeah.
Shedeur by Kevin Stefanski.
And I think people hate that seemingly Shedeur gets to skip the line. Like, he don't really need football to be successful and make money now because they've done so much of the branding and so much of the work in college that, like, whether he plays or not, like, how many people you know that get a shoe deal with Nike because I'm sure his father insisted that we're going to push your shoe. We got this new shoe out. I'm getting older. You need somebody to influence the new type of Deion shoes. He still has enough following. Look at his Instagram. Look at that. That's a new business model. So he doesn't need it. And at this point, it's starting to look real funny. I mean, because you lose this game and Dylan Gabriel doesn't look good, what's your excuse for not giving Shedeur an opportunity or a chance at this point? Because he's playing. Because Dylan is not playing. It's not like he's playing well.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
In your career, high school, college, pro, when you could legitimately say it was happening, how many times was a guy who should have been playing not playing because of reasons that, not because he got in trouble off the field, but just because the coach didn't like him or something along those lines?
Well, I was one of them, right?
Well, you got in trouble, right? Or was it separate from that?
It happened way before that.
Oh, okay.
Like, the guy would just treat me like I was nobody. So I remember Ivan Skinner, Teddy Sims, Rod Grady all got kicked out of University of Florida for drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And so back in the day, you couldn't just get in the transfer portal and transfer anywhere else. You had to drop down. You couldn't transfer laterally or up without you losing a year.
Right.
So, like, they got these 3 players from the University of Florida that were supposed to be – they had played in a bowl game, too, and started. Like, they were, like, legitimate SEC, like, stars. One was a safety. One was a corner. It was 4 of them. One was a safety. One was a corner. One was a linebacker. And corner, safety, linebacker, and receiver. And so, like, of course, this little bitty school, like, man, we about to get 4 players from Florida. We going to wreck this league. And so, of course, one of them played linebacker. I'm like, I'm the linebacker. And the coaches start treating me like crap because he was the first-time defensive coordinator. So, clearly, these guys are automatically better than this guy because look where they went. He didn't know nothing about my backstory, anything. And he just started benching me, started taking plays away. Benched me one time. He said he can look in my eyes and tell me that I wasn't ready to play. I said, dude, you've known me for 8 months. You don't know nothing about me. At this time, I'm the school's all-time leading tackler, sacks, forced fumbles, tackle for loss. And for some reason, he didn't like how, you know how I am around here. I'm outgoing, like, he just didn't like it. And so, like, he just started doing things to irritate me. The fight or the attempted fight was just like when it crest to the top where I couldn't take it no more.
Right.
But that's because he had benched me before the game in homecoming because he said he could tell I wasn't ready to play. So, I mean, it happens. And you like to think that, oh, no professional person would ever do this. But some people, personalities just don't mix, and certain people just don't like people. And that's in everything you do. That's in every business.
I don't believe for a minute that Kevin Stefanski wanted to draft Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
I think that
so
was
he's
the
belaboring
owner.
the point. He's belaboring the point.
Yeah. But my question would be at this point for Cleveland, at some point for a head coach, doesn't it get to, I have to play the guy that's going to give me the best chance to win? Like, what's going on behind the scenes there? Is Shedeur practicing terribly?
No.
What does that look like?
I don't think any of that. But you know what he's also saying? I told you I don't want him. You forced me to do it. Yeah, you can give me the player. I'm not going to play him. I'm going to do what I want to do until you fire me.
But doesn't this give him a bigger headache for the rest of the year because he has to answer these stupid questions about him?
That's fine, and he'll act just like these politicians. He'll talk around it and speak in code and riddles and stuff like that. But the reality is he's probably saying, I got a better chance in playing Dylan because we're not winning the games, and then I never have to pay Shedeur because I'm going to draft the first-round draft pick, and Shedeur's going to come in my office and say, I want to be cut. The only reason he was excited about going there is because he knew he had a legitimate opportunity to be a starter in this league. But the same reason he didn't want to go to Baltimore because Lamar was there, why would he want to stay there in Cleveland if somebody asks if they draft somebody in the first round? He knows that he's not going to be there, and Dylan's going to be the backup, so he's going to ask for a trade. So then Stefanski can say, yeah, y'all wasted y'all time. I told y'all was wasting y'all time. And it may not have anything to do with the development or the way that Shedeur Sanders carried himself in that building.
Listen, I can only tell you that when I was getting ready to work the draft, there's a lot of things that go around. And of course, there's a lot of talk around the league around the way that he handled himself in some of these meetings.
Yeah.
But one or two of them of these meetings, they wanted to involve Dion, and coaches were like, no.
I hear everything you're saying, Chris. I really do. But since Shedeur Sanders, outside of doing the dumb mime stuff, has answered the questions, have been accountable, has kept his mouth shut, and man, if he ain't one of the most involved people into the community, that apartment complex that got burnt down, that he went and used his own money, not money he getting from the NFL, because he don't make no money from the NFL, money he used from his endorsements and used his charity to feed those people, to clothe those people. If that's not an example of a mature young man that gets it, he's giving back money that he's not even getting. He's giving back money from something else that he did. It's not like, I get paid from Cleveland. Look at this big-ass check that Cleveland gave me, so I'm going to give something back to the people. No. He had ice cream, food trucks out there. He was an example to everybody on the team. Nobody else on the team did anything like that. He was right there in the midst of a local tragedy, a big complex for at-risk, underserved people, and he was right there. So forget everything that you saw him do and say in his business meeting. Let's judge what he's done since he's been there, and he hasn't been a problem. Like Dion talked, he didn't say anything. Like and you have to ask the motives of the reporters in that market. Why are you even talking to the third string quarterback? Because you're trying to do something. Just let this young man go about his business in peace. If he gets his opportunity, judge him accordingly, by all means. But why are you trying to put this kid in a bad situation just because you want to sell a couple? What is it, the plain dealer they call it, or whatever the local radio station is? The local newspaper. Like, but all that stuff he did before, maybe that was a mistake. He's a guy that was influenced by his father. But since he's been a member of the Cleveland Browns, he's done everything right.
Okay. In moments, they've got the football frenzy. We've got the frenzy of football.
2 all beef patties. We got to have that as
Don't worry.
Time for the frenzy.
Don't worry. Your boy's looking out for you.
2 all beef patties.
What this means is you might hear the football frenzy in the mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, and it's a terrific segment where they take your calls and it's get your comments in on any kind of football question you may have in the NFL. Anything, but get the question in. They're not particularly nice to you. Us, we're nice. Open lines now for the frenzy of football at 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN.
Thursday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. The Knicks have now won 3 straight and remain perfect at MSG.
Taken by McBride into the front court. Hart to the basket. A two-handed flush for Josh Hart. 119.99.
Are we starting to see their potential in Mike Brown's system?
I think we're growing. We're learning. Obviously, playing at home is a big factor.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel. Because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you got to do is place an anytime touchdown score or bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over in physically present New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued is not withdrawable bonus bets which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For the gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Murray to the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat. Barzell for Horvat, score! Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
So, anything you got football related, 800-919-3776. In just moments, we will do the frenzy of football. That is any question, any team, anything you want. 800-919-3776. The lines are open for that right now. First, Bart is going to tell you about our friends over at Samwell, but light them up at the moment. We're going in just 60 seconds.
Shh. Listen up. New York is football season. You guys know that. And you should be out here enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Samwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that gets real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck and back pain to migraines, nerve, and chronic joint pain, and he builds a custom game plan that is right for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SamwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
800-919-3776. It's time for the Frenzy of Football.
Did you hear the new segment on Bart and Carlin on Friday?
They have the football frenzy.
They have the football frenzy. We have the frenzy of football.
Yes. They're saying the segment's so good, we want a piece of it.
Yes. It's the same.
They got the golden arches. Mine is the golden arcs.
But different.
They use a sesame seed bun. My buns have no seed.
Let's go! Frenzy of football. 800-919-3776. Are you happy with the open?
Only thing that's missing is they got the Big Mac and I got the Big Mick. 2 all beef patty special sauce.
Well, I think considering I'm 100% Irish, they thought that might be racist. So, Fran in Massapequa starts us off on the Frenzy of Football. Fran.
Yeah, boys. All right. The Bears. Are we going to sink or are we going to swim this year? And does ESPN have a doorway big enough to get Dave's head through? Thank you, boys.
He's checking in on the Bears, who, of course, have the Giants this week. Listen, the Bears are really an interesting team to try to figure out to me right now because I don't know what to make of them. I don't know what to make of Caleb Williams right now, Bart.
Yeah. I tell you what, if they're going to get there, they're going to earn it. Now, they're 5-3. You know, they won 4 in a row, but they live life on the edge. You heard Joe talk about how they depend on turnovers. And when they don't come, they don't look that good. And Caleb has shown peaks, but it's been a lot of valleys. I mean, after they got the Giants, they have Minnesota, Pittsburgh, who's always tough, Philadelphia, Green Bay, San Francisco, and they finish up with Detroit. I didn't put Cleveland in there because they should beat Cleveland, but Cleveland is good enough to win these type of ugly games like that. Just ask the Green Bay Packers, right? So it's going to be interesting. I just think the division is too strong for them to get to the playoffs. This is more about learning, but this team has allocated so many resources. The general manager pool has made every trade, signed every free agent, and still to finish fourth in the division. Yes, the division is great, but to finish fourth in the division is still, disappointing. And for them to catch any of the other teams in that division, they're definitely going to have to get better play from Caleb Williams, and we don't know if he's capable of that. He's probably, or not probably, he's the worst quarterback in the
he's not worse than McCarthy. He's not worse than McCarthy.
Yeah, you're right. Carson Wentz.
Here's the thing.
He's worse than Carson Wentz.
I don't know. Now we're making that noise that Tony Romo made the other day, whatever the hell that thing was.
Here we go, Jim.
It didn't sound good. Dave in the car is up next on the Frenzy of Football. Dave.
I want to throw something out to you guys about putting a poll up. I think 48 hours ago, if there was a scandal that rocked the Jets' ownership and they were forced to sell, the average Jet fan would rather have that than what took place with the deals they made 48 hours ago. That's the type of house cleaning we need at the New York Jets. I just see them as a hopeless situation right now. Guys not playing, guys being benched. Is there any way out, and do you think a poll like that would hold some value?
So, Dave, you're basically saying that you would hope that you would rather have a Donald Sterling-type crisis on the Jets' hands that forced Woody Johnson to sell the team than have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Just want to be clear on that. I get where you're coming from. Listen, people are always going to rip on Woody, and you can absolutely rip on Woody. There have been major reasons to do just that. I feel like many times it is a waste of my breath because he ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
He ain't selling the team. Johnson & Johnson ain't stopping selling Q-tips. I don't think we got any problems there.
Put some baby powder on my ass before I came here.
Exactly. So I don't know what it's worth pounding your head against the wall when it comes to the owner at this point, because that's all it's doing, is pounding your head against the wall.
Because we've heard it so many times from from the Mets, and they finally got their wish. But if somebody come offer Woody $16 billion for it, he might.
Well, if you got the extra $16 billion, might want to come now and ask to try to buy them.
Let's go, Bezos.
Do you really want him?
No, I love Woody.
I don't know if you want Bezos.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want him either. Anyway, point is, anybody who's got that much money, they've done something. Other than being born into it.
We just haven't found it yet.
Exactly. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. Woody was born into it, so that is what it is. Anyway, I'm exhausted from that frenzy of football. That was a lot. I
want a big Mick right now.
Why do you keep looking at me and saying that? You're being racist. I'm 100% Irish.
Give me a big Mick.
Thank you. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York.
Bet 3. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
We are moving now.
Electric bikes are everywhere. They are quiet and very fast. Teens ride them on the roads, in bike lanes, but also in places they should not be, like sidewalks and parks.
Look out!
When you ride, wear a helmet. Don't speed. Watch out for pedestrians and cars. New York State and your community have specific rules for electric bikes. Follow them. Go to trafficsafety.ny.gov for more info. A message brought to you by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree, they're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN Suite. Catching the action alongside ESPN New York's Peter Rosenberg. Listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night.
Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UFC. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Can I kick it?
Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. We haven't talked about it a whole lot today. We referenced it earlier. Very sad story today involving Dallas Cowboys second-year defensive lineman Marshawn Kneeland. This is a statement today from the Frisco, Texas Police Department. A man was found deceased from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot when following an outside agency vehicle pursuit that led to a multi-agency search in Frisco. Last night, approximately 10:39 p.m., Frisco Police Department responded to an assist from the Texas Department of Public Safety with locating a vehicle that had evaded troopers during a pursuit that entered the city of Frisco. After losing visual of the vehicle, troopers located it minutes later crashed on southbound Dallas Parkway near Warren Parkway. Initial reports indicated that a male subject, later identified as 24-year-old Marshawn Kneeland of Plano, Texas, fled the scene on foot. Officers established a perimeter and initiated a search of the area with the assistance of the Frisco PD K-9 and drone units. During the course of the search, officers revealed information that Kneeland had expressed suicidal ideations. Kneeland was later located at 1:31 a.m., deceased on what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The cause, manner of death will be determined by the Collin County Medical Examiner's Office. At this time, no further details will be released as the investigation remains ongoing. Our heartfelt condolences to the Kneeland family and friends. If you or someone you know is struggling in crisis, help is available. Please call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. You are not alone. That is from the Frisco Police Department. Again, that's 988. Incredibly sad.
Yeah.
And I think we speak so much these days about mental health. And this is a young man that just the other night, Monday Night Football, is blocking a punt and recovering it for his first NFL touchdown at 24 years old. He was a second-round pick last year from Western Michigan. And all I can keep thinking is you never know what is going on with somebody else.
Yeah, that's why it's so important. I know we used to have a therapist in the building, Sarah Hickman, for a long time. I don't recall having one when I was with the Ravens, but the Jets had one. And, sometimes you just need to talk to somebody, and we don't know what people are dealing with. As teammates, we're around each other all the time, but privately we don't know what's going on eternally in their lives. And, it's important to always be a listening ear. And I know today a lot of their teammates are trying to ask themselves, what did I miss? Like, how could I have helped, whether that's coaches or players? And it's life's so fragile. And, you just wish that this young man would have understood the effects of his decisions and how they affect the ones that love him, because they much rather have the opportunity to work through the issues that he was dealing with than for him to make that decision. And it's tough. I've had family members that have done that, and you leave the people and your loved ones behind you, and sometimes it's hard for them to recover too. It affects everybody because you don't realize how important you are to other people. And I just wish that the young man would have found a way, but that implores us to make sure that we're more vigilant in our daily lives and call people and ask and check on them to make sure that they know that they are loved. And sometimes that's all it takes, is knowing that people matter to other people. And if you are out there struggling, the 1-800 number, reach out, and just talk to somebody and just give it time.
So, I think the issue of mental health in society today in general, there are still people who don't take it as seriously as it needs to be taken. Yeah. And this, to me, in learning about it over the years, when you talk about suicide, so many times I think what people don't understand is it's just somebody trying to end an internal pain that they don't want to be in anymore, and you don't really understand. And I think it's, you talk about that. Your teammates, how did I miss this? What could I have noticed? The one thing I can tell you, and I have never reached that level, but I've dealt with mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And what I can tell you is you can be a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
People can miss things very easily because you can cover things up without people even having a clue of what's going on. So it's really sad when you think about teammates, when you think about people in his life today who are going to be thinking that way. What could I have done differently? What did I miss? How was I not paying close enough attention? It's not about that. People can be pretty good at covering that stuff up.
Yeah.
But the internal struggle that you can deal with is really remarkable to really comprehend, really difficult to comprehend, I should say, unless you have seen it up close. And it is just pain, man. It really can be just that. And I feel sick for his family. I feel sick for him for going through that pain and reaching that point.
Right.
Because, again,
make that decision. It's not an easy decision.
No, and just seeing what it does to everybody else, as you talk about, but what must have been going on for him to be in that much pain to end his life that way.
And seemingly how we see it from the outside in, I mean, things were going good. I mean, he just had a great moment on Monday Night Football, one of the biggest platforms that any athlete can ever hope to be on. And, just a week later for that happiness and that joy to subside and for something else to take over is hard to digest. Because, if someone who has seemingly everything can feel that way, what happens to people that have compounded issues? Right now you have people that's struggling with the government layoff, and people are feeling helpless, and just talk to somebody. Like, life is so short and so precious that so many other things that harm you that's external. Internally, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. And, the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to be tough for them. I mean, this is an active teammate. He's a personality. He's a person that's in defensive meetings. He has a locker next to somebody. And I'm sure that they're struggling right now. And in a week that was supposed to be a celebratory week, a week where we were supposed to, they were supposed to be trying to turn it around, all the chips to the middle of the table. And now eventually they're going to have to, have that sad, funeral. I just left a funeral from a teammate that, lost his life because of a disease. And that's hard enough. But for someone to go in the prime of their life is just hard to fathom, man. It's so difficult. I really empathize with the Dallas area and all the people that love him.
Well, we're thinking of all of them today. We're thinking of his teammates, his family, his friends, and we're thinking of you. If you are out there and you are struggling, you are not alone. And I'm just tweeting it out right now. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Click on the link. Text, call 988 on your phone if you need help. That's all there is to it, because there is always somebody there, and there is always a better way. So we'll think of him. We'll think of his friends and family today. Marshawn Kneeland passed away of the Dallas Cowboys at the age of just 24. That will do it for Bart and I. Michael K. is coming up next, and Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg later this afternoon on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about.